Ashley, where are you now? Hurry up and come home and clean up the house. Hey, Ashley, you should at least answer. You haven't even finished cleaning up the dishes in the morning, and I was going to ask you to mow the lawn, but you went out so early in the morning.
Mom, I'm in class right now.
What? Oh, you're in college today? But isn't it almost time for classes to end?
I have a full day of classes today. 5th period just started and I won't be home for a while.
Oh, why don't you just get out of class?
Is that something a parent would say?
Cleaning the house is more important than classes. Your college courses are probably not that important anyway.
What are you talking about? You don't even know what my courses are about. Besides, it's not respectful to the professors who teach them.
Well, Ashley, the level of your college is much lower compared to Michelle's college. I'm sure the lecture is of low quality as well.
You're comparing me to Michelle again. I'm sick of it.
I'm so proud of her. She's been beautiful and genius since she was a child, and now she's studying abroad in Switzerland. I can't believe how different you two are, even though you're sisters. I'm sure Michelle will put her language skills to good use and work hard at a top-notch company.
That's true. Michelle is certainly good at studying, isn't she? Unlike me, she was allowed to go to cram school.
Oh, are you being sulky? Come to think of it, you've had a sneaky attitude since you were a kid. Just because you didn't turn out well, don't speak ill of your sister.
I've faced discrimination a lot. It's only natural that I became sneaky. Well, I know nothing could have been done, because I'm your stepdaughter and I'm not related to you. It's understandable that you treat me differently.
Oh, you know exactly what was happening. You know, I brought you up this far and you're not even related to me. So you should be thanking me.
Of course, I'm grateful to you for raising me, but ever since Dad died of illness when I was in junior high school, you only cared about Michelle and became cold to me.
Is that so?
I guess you didn't want Dad to hate you, so you were putting on a mask. Once Dad died, you showed your true colors. I was shocked because I thought you loved me like your own daughter.
What did I do?
You're doing the same thing even now. You made me do most of the housework. You treated me like a housekeeper.
I dare you to help me with the housework so that you won't have to worry about it when you get married in the future.
Michelle never did any housework. You let her just study.
Because Michelle is a brilliant girl. I thought it would be better to let her concentrate on her studies instead of helping around the house. But you're too stupid to waste time studying, aren't you? If you have time to sit at the desk, you should be doing things around the house to help your family.
Even when I had to study for exams, you relentlessly pushed me to take care of things at home.
But I still sent you to college, so you should be grateful.
You're right. I studied so hard between chores, and I managed to get into the local public college.
It's funny, isn't it? You study so hard and only managed to get into a local unknown college. On the other hand, Michelle is attending a college in Switzerland. How can sisters be so different?
You know, it was you who made the difference. I wasn't allowed to apply to private schools. You told me to go to a college where I could commute from home, so there were only a few options.
It couldn't be helped. I didn't want to waste money on you. Actually, I was going to let you work after graduating from high school, but you insisted on going to college, so I let you. Don't be extravagant.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy enough with the college I'm going now.
Anyway, come home right away after you finished your classes.
I know. I'm in the middle of a class, so I gotta go now.
Honestly, if you're going to neglect housework, I probably shouldn't have sent you to college. Listen, I will not allow you to skip chores because of class. Cleaning and mowing the lawn are your job. Ashley, are you in class right now?
I am. I finished cleaning, mowing, and tidying up the kitchen in the morning, so don't tell me to come home early.
You know, I didn't text you for that.
What? Isn't it because you want me to do the chores that you texted me during class?
You really lack charm, you know. Oh well, I'm so happy right now.
What's up?
I just heard from Michelle. She's coming back next month.
Oh.
What's with that careless response? Aren't you happy? Your little sister, who is studying so hard alone in a foreign country, is coming back.
I'm not happy about it. Michelle's return has nothing to do with me.
Actually, it does.
Huh?
Ashley, will you get out of my house?
Excuse me? Why would I have to get out?
I'm going to let Michelle use your room when she comes back.
Why should I give up my room? Michelle has her own room. You're not going to let her use 2 rooms, are you?
Michelle's room is packed with my stuff, so she can't use it.
Come to think of it, after Michelle went abroad, her room started to be used like a storage room. All the health and beauty equipment you bought on impulse from TV shopping, all of them are in Michelle's room, aren't they?
It's rude to say that I bought them on impulse. I bought them because I thought I needed them.
But they've been used just once and are covered with dust. Why don't you just sell them or get rid of them?
Shut up! I might use them again someday. Besides, since a new house was recently built next door, Michelle's room doesn't get much sunlight. I feel sorry for Michelle if she has to spend her time in a dark room. So let's just turn her old room into a storage room, and I like to let Michelle use your room.
I see. So you want me to leave?
That's right. Why don't you go live in a college dormitory? There's a nice dormitory there.
Mom, are you serious?
Of course I'm serious.
I understand that you love Michelle, but I can't believe you would take away the room I've been using for years and give it to her. I don't think it's something a mother would do.
You're a stranger to me after all. And unlike Michelle, who's beautiful and genius, you're ugly, a failure, and a piece of crap. You're an eyesore, so get the hell out of my house.
Really? I'm so happy.
Huh? Oh, that was easy.
Actually, I've been thinking about moving out too. I was planning to live on my own once I got a job. I was tired of being compared to Michelle and being made fun of every time something happened. If I stay in the dormitory, I can make do with the money I've been making at my part-time job.
Oh, well, I thought you were going to beg me to stay at my house. You're throwing me off. If you're planning to leave too, that makes it much easier.
Yeah, I'd be happy to leave.
Then pack your things before Michelle comes back.
Mom, where are you?
Oh, what is it?
I just got home. What's this?
What's what?
Nothing is left in my room. What the hell is going on?
Yes, the room looks so clean, doesn't it?
Clean? You cleaned out my room without telling me?
It's your fault. Michelle will be home soon, but you don't seem to be leaving.
I still live in this house. Besides, Michelle won't be back for another month, right? There's still time. You didn't have to clean up my room now.
Oh well, a month flies by. Michelle won't be able to use the room if you're dawdling away.
Don't worry about it. I'll finish moving by the time Michelle comes back. Hey, where did all my stuff go? My closet is empty. I still have a lot of stuff in there that I can use, so give them back.
Oh, I threw your stuff away.
What?
Some of them looked like college textbooks, but I didn't know what they were, so I got rid of it all. I had the big ones picked up by a contractor.
That's terrible. Why are you being so selfish?
Because you said you were leaving. You said you were happy that you were leaving, didn't you?
But that doesn't mean you can get rid of my stuff without my permission.
Well, if it's something you needed, you should have told me.
I needed everything in my room. I didn't expect you to clean up my room so soon.
Because I wanted to make your room, Michelle's room, as soon as possible. Just looking at your stuff makes me sick. That's why I got rid of it as soon as I could.
That's terrible. It's too much. Do you hate me so much? Did I do something to you?
Let me make this clear. You're nothing but a distraction to me. The only daughter I have is Michelle, who is my blood. You, a stranger, should get the hell out of my sight.
You're disgusting. You've been making me do all the chores and made me work so hard.
You should be thankful I let you stay at my house. You may be a student, but you're over 20 now. From now on, you're on your own.
I understand. I won't come back to this house ever again.
Yes, please do that. From now on, Michelle and I will live together all by ourselves. Ashley, long time no see. How have you been? I haven't seen you for a long time, but I heard you graduated from college.
Who is this?
What are you talking about? It's your mother.
My mother? My mother died when I was very young.
It was your birth mother who died. I'm the mother who raised you.
Oh, you're the one who treated me like a housekeeper. I've already cut ties with that person.
Don't be so cold.
I'm at work. Please don't interrupt me. If you'll excuse me.
What? Wait. already finished your work, right? I need to talk to you. Please, pick up the phone.
You're so persistent. What do you want? I can't talk on the phone right now.
Then I'll text you.
What do you want?
I have very good news. I'm sure you'll be pleased.
Please be brief.
Ashley, you can come home now.
What?
I'll let you live in my house again.
What is it suddenly? You kicked me out of your house.
I heard from my late husband's relatives. I heard you got a job at a prestigious company. That's great, even though you're from an unknown college.
Well, while I was still in school, I earned qualifications that were advantageous for getting a job.
I'm surprised. I thought you had gotten a job at one of those small companies, but you are indeed my daughter.
Daughter? I'm supposed to be a stranger to you.
I'm the one who raised you. It's thanks to me that you became respectable, isn't it? You were a dull kid in school, but if you work for a prestigious company, I'm not ashamed to keep you at home. I'd rather show off to the neighbors. I'll make sure your room is ready for you, so come back.
I don't want to.
Why not?
2 years ago, Michelle came back, and I was kicked out of the house. And now, you're asking me to come home and act like I'm your daughter.
Don't talk to me so coldly. I was wrong about you. Unlike Michelle, I thought you were incapable no matter what you did. But you were actually an excellent woman. You are my pride and joy, just like Michelle.
Your praise doesn't make me happy at all. Besides, I said I'd never come back, didn't I?
But it must be lonely living alone, right?
Not at all.
You don't have to act so tough. You come home from work to a darkened room and there's no one to welcome you home. Isn't it about time you started missing your family?
Now that my father is dead, I don't have anyone I can call family. In fact, I'm comfortable because there's no one to sarcastically complain to me. Even housework is easy because it's only for myself.
Then, could you at least send me some money?
Huh?
You work for a prestigious company, so you must get a good salary, right?
Well, I guess it's pretty good for someone my age, but why do I have to send money to you?
If things continue as they are, it looks like Michelle and I won't be able to make ends meet.
Huh? Isn't Michelle back and working hard at a top-notch company?
Well, she came back and tried to find a job, but it didn't go well. She couldn't even get hired at a small local company, let alone a top-notch one. So now she's unemployed. It's strange. I'm sure the hiring managers didn't have a good eye for people like her. She studied abroad in Switzerland and she's fluent in languages.
Well, being fluent in languages doesn't necessarily mean she'll get a job.
I'm sure Michelle couldn't make a strong enough impression during the interviews.
Huh?
That's why I decided to let Michelle study abroad again.
What? Again?
If she studies abroad again and further improve her language skills, I'm sure she'll be able to show herself with confidence, and she'll be able to get a good job at a good company.
I don't know about that.
But she just finished her study abroad program in Switzerland, and I don't have any money. My husband's inheritance has been used up as well. I'm also working part-time, but I'm so busy with my daily life. I can't save enough money for Michelle to study abroad.
Of course it's hard to save money for study abroad. You sent Michelle to Switzerland to study, and you bought unnecessary things like treadmill that you won't use anyway. I'm sure your savings is empty.
I've sold all the health and beauty equipment, but I still don't have enough money.
Then I guess you'll have to give up the study abroad program.
What are you talking about? Michelle is an excellent girl. It would be a waste if she stays in the U.S.
I think it's a waste of money to send her to study abroad.
What?
Why did you decide to send Michelle to Switzerland in the first place? It's just for your own satisfaction that you sent your daughter to Switzerland to study, isn't it?
But Michelle wanted to go too.
Well, she's back, not getting a job and just wandering around. Because you and your daughter decided to study abroad without much of a purpose, it's only natural that you end up like this.
What are you talking about? Michelle had a clear goal of learning languages.
Just because you can speak foreign languages, if she doesn't know what she wants to do with it, what's the point of learning foreign languages?
You're really a cold person. Michelle failed at finding a job, but she has not become discouraged and says she wants to study. Don't you want to support her as her sister?
I don't. If she wants to study abroad so badly, why don't you let her get a part-time job and pay for the cost of study abroad?
Don't be so ridiculous. It's embarrassing to have a part-time job after studying abroad in Switzerland.
If she needs money, she has to do it.
Hey, Ashley, please lend me some money. I'll pay you back when Michelle gets a good job.
I refuse.
You're well paid, aren't you? Please help us.
I don't want to. I'm an unrelated person who's already cut ties with you people.
That's terrible. Are you going to abandon us?
Huh? Who's the one who abandoned me? You kicked me out of the house because Michelle was coming back from Switzerland. I can't believe you're saying that.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry about what happened, so please.
I will not spend any money on you people. Please, don't contact me anymore.
Ashley, wait! Please, don't abandon us.
Of course, Michelle couldn't study abroad or get a job. She seems to be shut up in her mother's house now. I heard that my stepmother is working part-time from morning till night to make a living. She seems to be getting frustrated with Michelle, who can't do housework and can't get a job. She has been doting on Michelle so much. But now she is constantly cursing at Michelle. She deserves it because she spoiled Michelle and now she's paying the price for it. As for me, I rented an apartment near my workplace and I'm living alone. I have gotten used to my job and my days are fulfilling. I had a hard time when I was a student because of my mean stepmother, but I am very glad that I never lost faith in myself and worked hard.
Miss, can I talk to you? Is now a good time?
Alina, it's been a while. What's up? Is something wrong?
Well, you see, I've fallen in love.
Oh, really? That's great.
And guess what? We're planning to get married.
Married? Congratulations.
Thanks. Finally saying goodbye to the single life. I'm so glad I can get married before hitting 40.
That's wonderful. So who's the lucky guy? Will you introduce him to me?
Actually, it's someone you know very well.
Huh? Who? I don't recall having many mutual acquaintances.
It's David.
David? Wait, you don't mean...
Yes, your ex-husband David.
Ex-husband? We're not divorced.
But you will be soon, right? I'm going to marry David.
Hold on. How did this happen?
Well, I've always had a thing for him. Turns out he was attracted to me too. We just naturally fell in love.
I can't believe this.
Come on, I wasn't planning to stay single forever. You understand, right? To men, younger women seem more attractive.
That doesn't mean you should go after your sister's husband. That's low.
Oh well. He's crazy about me now. We're getting married no matter what you say. Looks like you're not even on his radar anymore.
This can't be real. We've been happily married for years, raising Lucas together as a family.
Sis, forget the past and move on. David's starting a new life with me.
Oh, I just remembered. You used to cling to David when we first started dating. He didn't even give you the time of day.
But it seems he finally noticed my charm. Don't you think it's natural? I'm prettier than you and 5 years younger. It's the obvious outcome, right?
David and I have been married for 20 years. We've worked together as a couple for 2 decades. I thought we'd continue living together.
Sorry, but reality says otherwise. He chose me, so cheer us on from now on, okay?
Cheer you on? Don't be ridiculous. How could I possibly do that?
Sis, we're family. You'll bless our marriage, won't you?
That's enough, Alina. There's nothing more to discuss. I'm going to protect Lucas by keeping my distance from you two.
Well, that's fine too. David and I will be happy. You just focus on being a good single mom, okay?
Bailey? Can we talk for a sec? Talk? Is it about Alina? How did you know? Don't play dumb. You're with her right now, aren't you? You knew? Of course, I just got a text message from her. It's so obvious.
Then I'll be honest. Please divorce me.
Before that, I want to confirm something. How long have you been seeing my sister?
About 3 months.
Wow, you could cheat even when our son is about to take his college entrance exams?
Come on, it's Lucas who's studying. Whether I'm here or not doesn't matter.
Kids need their father. How can you say that so easily?
He's mature. He'll be fine without a father. You being his mother is enough.
Are you trying to escape your responsibilities?
I think I've fulfilled my duties as a father. Of course, if we divorce, I'll pay alimony and child support.
It's not just about money.
What do you want me to do? I enjoy being with Alina more than you. To be brutally honest, I'm bored with you. You've completely turned into an old lady. I want to be with her, who's younger and has a better figure.
Look who's talking. You've aged just as much. So you're choosing her over your family?
Family is important, but I don't want to sacrifice my life for it. There's no point if I'm not happy.
I'm shocked. Throwing away your family for your own desires?
Life is short. I don't want to have regrets.
I get it. I can't trust you anymore. Lucas and I will manage on our own.
Great, so you'll divorce me?
Being with a cheater like you won't make me happy.
Sorry, Bailey. I'm grateful to you.
I don't need your gratitude. My son and I are starting a new life. Don't ever involve yourself with us again.
Hey, sis. How are you? Not good, huh? Must be rock bottom having your hubby snatched away.
Alina, what do you want? I don't want to deal with you or David anymore.
So, we're having our wedding ceremony soon. Of course, you'll come, right?
Huh? No way I'm coming.
But it's weird if the bride's sister doesn't attend, isn't it? Right, David?
What nerve do you two have inviting me?
Alina says she really wants you to come.
The audacity to invite the ex-wife.
Still mad I took him? That's like a year ago.
It's not about time.
Come on, for old time's sake. We were married once.
That's why I don't want to come, especially not with my own sister.
Then at least let Lucas come.
Don't be stupid. Lucas is busy with college prep.
It's only for a day.
No.
He's David's kid, so he'll be my son too, right?
Stop it. How much happiness do you want to steal from me? Lucas is my precious son. I have custody. I won't let you touch a hair on his head.
Even if you have custody, he's still my son.
Listen to yourself. You betrayed me and Lucas switched to my sister because you want a younger woman.
Hey, I'm not that young. I'm 37 this year. But I'm prettier than you, sexier, and more popular.
You always had a habit of taking my things since childhood.
A spoiled youngest child thing, maybe?
Not so cute. As a kid, it was toys, candy, clothes. As an adult, you'd flirt with my boyfriends.
Can't help it. Everything you have looks attractive to me.
That doesn't mean you take someone's husband.
Now, calm down. Sisters shouldn't fight.
You don't get to say that. We decided on our divorce day not to interfere. Why try to get involved?
Because Alina really wants your blessing. As her loving husband, I have to make her wish come true.
So I wasn't a loved wife?
That's over, right? I paid alimony and child support. What more do you need?
Nothing. Just don't try to get involved.
That's childish. You're the only one saying that.
What?
Mom, Dad, relatives, coworkers, everyone's in a celebratory mood.
Huh?
Guess where the venue is? At Martha's place.
There? That's...
Yup, where you had your wedding 20 years ago.
Why are you doing this to me?
Our relative owns a venue. Why not use it?
That's not it. Do you have a grudge against me?
I was just jealous. You always get what I want.
I earn it through effort. It's nothing personal.
Sorry I have a habit of wanting your things.
That's kind of cute, right?
It's disgusting. Don't message me anymore.
Mom, you're working part-time today, right?
Yes, I'll be home late. So please have dinner without me.
I got a wedding invite from Aunt Alina. What should we do?
Huh? You met her?
Yeah, she came to our house saying, please, you have to come. She even held my hands.
Coming to our house? What is she thinking?
Also, her makeup's gotten heavier. She looks flashier than before. This wedding might be fun.
What? You're thinking of going?
Of course I am. It's a happy occasion, right? It'd be a waste not to go.
But you have college entrance exams. This is the most crucial time.
One day's break won't hurt. Too much studying leads to stress.
I'm definitely not going. I don't want you to go either.
It'll be so interesting. It's a once-in-a-lifetime chance to see Dad's wedding.
Did you hear about the venue? It's the same place where I had my wedding 20 years ago. She deliberately chose it.
I know.
Then don't go. Having a wedding in that place is too humiliating.
But I want to go. Plus, I heard Grandma, Grandpa, and the cousins are coming. I want to see everyone.
Everyone's gone crazy. Just because they're family doesn't mean they should celebrate a woman who steals.
If you really don't want to go, don't force yourself. But I want to.
If it's about taking a break, I can take you somewhere else instead.
You really don't understand, do you?
Huh? What don't I understand?
Never mind.
But why are you so eager to go?
You'll see later. Good luck at work, Mom. I'm so glad I went. It was seriously the best wedding ever.
You really went. How was it?
Man, it was truly awesome. All the relatives seemed to be having a blast. I've only been to a few weddings, but this might have been the best one yet.
I told you not to go so many times. Why did you go? You should have stayed home.
You should have come too, Mom. I bet it would have been a lifelong memory.
What are you saying? Why would I attend the wedding of my sister who stole your father? Am I being narrow-minded? I really hate that you celebrated such a wedding. I feel betrayed. Don't ever see her again.
Mom, you really haven't noticed?
Noticed what?
The reason why all of us relatives happily attended. Don't you get it?
Of course, to celebrate Alina, right?
Wrong. Mom, you're so dense.
Huh? I really don't understand. What do you mean?
Long story, and the fun won't come across in text. I'll call you. Hold on a sec.
Hey, Bailey. What have you done?
What's wrong, Alina?
Don't play dumb. You ruined my wedding.
Huh?
I know you planned it all.
I don't know anything. I didn't even go.
That's impossible. David got mad and stormed off.
What happened?
When we walked in, every guest was in funeral attire.
Wow, that's hilarious.
It's not funny. Yet everyone was smiling and clapping. It was so creepy. Even the venue staff were in on it.
Just like what Lucas said, I see.
You made everyone do it, didn't you?
I had no idea. I was actually sad that everyone went.
Mom and Dad said they were excited to see me as a bride. Then they doused me in wine.
I heard your dress turned blood red.
My face and body soaked. Then Martha had the nerve to tell me to pay for the dress. It's insane.
Well, it was all Martha's plan.
What?
Is that some CEO flex? She's something else. Though I heard that dress was slated for the dumpster.
She made me wear that? Why would she even plot this?
When I got married, she was overjoyed. Gave me tons of gifts. We're so close, it's like we're not cousins. She even cried when I told her about my divorce.
Were you that close to her?
Since you and I were always at odds, we didn't meet much, right? For me, Martha is more like a sister.
Even so, this is horrible. Does she think this is okay?
You did plenty of awful things too.
I only acted out of love. I am her customer. That's rude.
They say they haven't been paid.
Huh? But I told Mom to pay.
That was just you asking one-sidedly. The venue hasn't seen a penny.
No way. Isn't this something parents usually cover?
Well, who pays varies.
That's cold. Refusing to pay for your cute daughter's wedding.
You're not in the cute age bracket anymore. Why should Mom pay for a 37-year-old's wedding?
It's a celebration.
Don't think your baby of the family act works forever, okay?
Mom was saying, yeah, right.
That's her "I'm not listening" response.
So I wasn't even a customer to Martha?
Right. So don't even think of suing the venue. It'd just be family drama.
Jeez.
Your work people were there too, right? How'd it go?
It was the worst. I can't face work tomorrow.
Why?
You heard from Lucas, right?
I haven't got the full scoop.
I don't want to say it.
Then shall we ask your oh-so-devoted husband?
Hey, what are you doing? We're in the middle of a fight.
Fight? Don't sugarcoat it. We're done.
What? But you were always saying how much you loved her.
Yeah, right. I caught her cheating with that idiot boss of mine.
Oh, this is getting juicy.
Stop! Don't say another word.
Your cousin is one hell of a stalker. Your cousin went out of her way to investigate. She even got photos of you two holding hands, going into a hotel.
Martha isn't a stalker. She's loyal. She thought that sneaky sister must have more secrets and did some digging for me.
That airhead cousin. She's the MC at our wedding and starts blabbing about my dates with William. She even showed huge photos on screen.
The real airhead is you.
And get this, he's married.
Oh my.
Not just him, but the department heads, seniors, and juniors were all there. My reputation's totally trashed.
Wait, were your coworkers in all black too?
Everyone except that jerk William. They must have planned this together.
They really went all out, huh?
Look, I can't marry someone who cheats right before the wedding.
No, I thought I'd finally taken the most precious thing for my sister.
I'm going back to Bailey.
Huh?
I realized I prefer someone who sees eye to eye with me. Someone who can spoil me sometimes.
Too late.
I'm better around, right? I can help you financially.
I heard your coworkers were there too.
Yeah, in mourning clothes, wearing funeral attire.
Thanks to Martha, they know what you did, and seem to be on your side. But can you really show your face at work after this?
Now that I think about it, no way. That's straight up power harassment. It's my private life.
Well, it is a private matter, so...
Even if I can't work, I still have savings.
Then, will you pay alimony properly?
Come on, I already did.
You thought I wouldn't notice? I asked for $20,000, but you only sent $2,000.
Wasn't it $2,000?
I have your signature agreeing to $20,000. Besides, $2,000 for a divorce settlement is ridiculous.
Damn.
Also, I'm done with cheaters. Oh, and Alina.
What now? I know what I did.
No, you don't. Breaking someone's happiness is a far greater sin than you think.
I've been punished enough.
This isn't over. I've been putting it off, but I haven't claimed compensation for your affair yet.
Oh no. Don't tell me.
I'm claiming $20,000 for your cheating too.
You're kidding. We're family.
Exactly, so you should know better.
Please, no. William's wife is already after me.
None of my business. Both of you pay up.
Stop it, Bailey.
I'm your sister, forgive me.
You're both guilty.
Oh, come on.
Please.
After a lot of fighting, David and Alina eventually broke up. David ended up quitting his job and now spends his days at the unemployment office. Alina also had to quit her job. She's working multiple part-time jobs from morning till night to pay alimony to me and William's wife. Forced into a life of poverty. They regret having the affair, thinking if only we hadn't cheated. But it's too late for regrets now. By the way, my son Lucas attended the wedding wearing all black, because he couldn't forgive the person who hurt his mom. I was shocked when he first said he was going, but it made me happy to know he's on my side. From now on, Lucas and I will face the future together and keep doing our best.
Hello, Tracy. I finally found you. It's been 5 years, right? Are you doing well?
Who is this?
It's me, Oliver's mother. Don't tell me you forgot me.
What?
Could it be Megan? That's right. It's been a while.
It's been a while, hasn't it?
Just so you know, I haven't forgiven you. 5 years ago, you certainly said you were cutting ties with me. Do you know how painful to hear that? You wouldn't understand, would you? If it were just you, I wouldn't care. But involving my precious only son, Oliver, is just too far. And top of that, changing your phone number and even blocking me. When I rushed to your house, you had already moved out. Somehow, the neighbors found out about it. And they started spreading rumors like, because I'm an evil mother-in-law, I was abandoned by my son's family. I've been desperately looking for you for these past 5 years. Don't you understand how much I've searched for you?
Now, I know that you were looking for us, but how did you get my contact information? I changed my number 5 years ago.
Where did I get it from? I won't tell you. It might not be the answer to your question. But it's for the sake of my beloved son, you know.
What do you mean?
I wanted to save my son from you.
Save? What do you mean?
You brainwashed Oliver, didn't you? Otherwise, There's no way he would have said he's cutting ties with me. He was such a good son, always thinking of his mother.
If you're so worried about Oliver, why don't you find Oliver's contact information? Why did you contact me? Someone you hate?
It couldn't be helped. I actually wanted to contact Oliver. But I didn't have his new contact information. Well, now that I've reached you, it's as good as being connected to Oliver again. Now, hurry up and give me Oliver's contact information.
I'm sorry, but I don't know.
What?
I said I didn't have Oliver's contact information.
Stop playing dumb. There's no way you don't know your husband's contact information. Do you really want me not to reunite with my son? I'm his mother. At least tell me his contact information.
Oh, wait. Don't you know that we are divorced?
Divorced?
Yes.
No way. That's a lie. While I was desperately searching for you, you were divorced?
Yes, and not recently. We divorced the year after we cut ties with you, so it's been about 4 years.
That's a lie. That long ago? Why would something like that happen?
We had different values and what we wanted from each other. It led to numerous arguments, and eventually, we divorced. But in the end, we talked it out and we both agreed, and it was an amicable divorce. I'm married to someone else now.
Oh my god. I could never forgive you. I hate you.
What?
Even though I contacted you after 5 years, I can't forgive you for lying about something like this.
What are you talking about? I'm not lying.
Stop acting. I know everything.
Why do you think I'm lying?
Obviously, it's because Oliver hasn't come back.
Huh? What do you mean?
My son loves me a lot. Yet, because of you, he got brainwashed. But if he divorces you, I'm sure he will come back to me after the brainwashing is over.
I see.
The fact that he hasn't returned to me means you were lying. My precious Oliver is still being brainwashed by you.
Oh, I see. So that's what you think. Regardless of what you say, the fact is that Oliver and I got divorced. So even if you contacted me, I don't have Oliver's contact information.
Liar! Just tell me already.
I told you, I don't know.
You really don't want to give it to me? Fine. I'll find out on my own. But at least give me my grandchild.
Grandchild? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb. You gave birth to my grandchild, didn't you?
No, I didn't give birth.
Shut up. I know it already. I got your contact and my grandchild's info at the same time. Your contact information matched, so I knew my grandchild's info was true.
No. I'm the one telling you that I didn't give birth.
You're lying because you don't want to give it to me, right?
I'm not lying. At least, I didn't give birth to what you called your grandchild.
I don't believe a word you say. If I raised my grandchild, Oliver should come back to me. If you don't give the child to me, I'll come to take them myself. So be prepared.
You're coming to get them? Where? Do you know where I live?
Of course. Don't underestimate me.
You're lying.
It's not a lie. I'm not a liar like you. Well then, I will see you soon.
Hey, Jack, do you have a minute? It's really important.
Tracy, what's wrong?
My ex-mother-in-law found my contact information and messaged me.
What? Oliver's mother?
That's right. What should I do?
Hey, calm down first. What did Oliver's mother say?
She's saying to hand over her grandchild.
What?
She said she's coming to get them, so I should be prepared.
It seems like there's a misunderstanding. But does that mean she knows your current address too?
That's right. And I don't know where she got my information.
Did you tell her that you and Oliver are already divorced?
Of course, I told her. I even told her I'm remarried now, and that I haven't given birth to her grandchild. But she doesn't believe me at all.
Did you talk to your husband about this?
I told him over the phone, but he's been on a business trip overseas for a week now. I think he's in Tokyo right now. Even if he booked a flight now, it would take a whole day to come back. He said it's an important business trip, so I don't think he can make it right away.
I see. In that case, why don't you come to my place?
Can I come?
Yeah, of course. It's too dangerous for you to stay at home. You have to take care of yourself. Don't worry about it. I've got my wife standing next to me right now. She's also said you should come here.
Thank you. Then I guess I will stay at your place for now. Please tell your wife how thankful I am.
Alright, I got it. You should get going. Once you finish packing, I'll come pick you up. Just let me know.
Got it. Thank you.
Hey, Tracy! I've been ringing the doorbell multiple times. Why won't you answer? Are you still sleeping? Or you pretend not to be home? You're probably inside, right? Come out already.
Oh my god. Megan? You're here already? But the doorbell didn't ring.
Then it must be broken. Anyway, I'm in front of the house right now. So get your ass out here. How long are you going to make me wait? I knew it. Hello there. I can see you.
What?
I can see my cute little grandchild in the backyard. I knew you were lying.
What? Backyard? I don't have a backyard.
What are you talking about? I'm actually in your yard. You've been lying to me this whole time, haven't you? Can't you at least come up with a better lie? Well, forget it. I don't need anything from you anymore.
What do you mean?
I'll take my grandchild with me.
What?
It's your fault for leaving the child alone in the yard. I gave you a clear notice that I was coming to pick him up, remember? If you didn't want this, you should have let him alone.
Megan, where are you right now?
Seriously, I've been saying I'm in front of your house this whole time.
I don't think the kid that you were taking is your grandchild.
What are you talking about? Stop saying nonsense. I don't even want to talk to you anymore. Anyway, I'm taking this child with me. Bye.
Megan, please wait.
I'm not waiting. I said I don't need you anymore.
Megan, that child isn't your grandchild. What you're doing is kidnapping. Megan, are you reading this?
I don't care about what you say. I hate liars like you.
I am saying this for your sake. I don't care what happens to you anymore. Jack, my ex-mother-in-law messaged me again.
Really? What did she say?
She said she's arrived at my house.
What? She's already there?
But it seems she went to the wrong house.
What do you mean?
She said she rang the doorbell, but it didn't ring. I live in an apartment, but she was talking about the backyard.
That's weird. So she must have mistaken someone else's house.
The worst part is, it seems a child was playing along in that backyard. She thought the child was her grandchild, so she took the kid.
What?
What should I do? I've tried to her many times that the child isn't her grandchild, but she wouldn't listen and didn't answer my calls. I'm hoping it's just a threat and she didn't actually take the child. Knowing how pushy she was about wanting a grandchild when I was married to Oliver, I think she might do it.
You should report it to the police.
Do you think so?
You're the one who knows the situation best, right? I think you should prioritize the child's safety and do it. It's like she confessed to kidnapping the child. If there's a high chance of it being true, you should ask the police to check it out. You tried to stop her many times, right? She didn't listen. So that's the thing that you can do now.
You're right. I'll call the police now.
Tracy, what the hell are you doing? I only brought my grandchild back home. Why did you call the police? Hey, don't ignore me.
Where are you now?
You finally replied. I'm in big trouble.
Tell me where you are.
I'm on the train with my grandchild. Just now, I got a call from a neighbor. They told me that the police were in front of my house. I'm a grandmother. And yet, you were calling the police on me? Are you going that far?
Is the child safe? You don't mean to harm the kid or anything, right?
Huh? What are you talking about? Me hurting this adorable child? There's no way I would do such a thing.
Thank goodness. I know you don't want to believe me, but I will say it again. That child isn't your grandchild. Isn't my child either. You were kidnapping someone else's child.
I'll say it again. I don't believe a word you say.
Then let me ask you, how old is the child you were with right now? Just tell me roughly.
Huh? This child's age? He told me with his finger that he was 3 years old. What a smart child.
I don't know who told you about my child, but my baby is still in my belly. He's not born yet.
What?
But he's not your grandchild. I told you that I got remarried, right? My husband is the father of my child, not your son.
What are you talking about? My grandchild is sitting right next to me.
If it's your grandchild, why are the police at your house?
What?
Let me ask you another question. Why would you think I have given birth to the child you were with?
Because I know your address. It's a house with a green roof near the north exit of Everpeak Station in Lakeside City, right? There was only one house with a green roof, so I recognized it right away.
What? Everpeak Station in Lakeside City?
The kid was playing in the yard of that house, so he must be my grandchild.
That house was where Oliver and I lived after we cut ties with you, until we got divorced.
What?
I live in a completely different place now. I don't know who gave you this information, but both the address and the child seem to be wrong information.
Oh no.
I think the landlord told us before that a newlywed couple will be moving in after we move out.
No way.
Oh yeah, I remember now. I also heard that the wife was pregnant. If she was pregnant at that time, their child must be about 3 years old now.
Then this child,
It's probably the child of that couple.
then where's my grandchild?
I don't know. Just like you found my contact information. Why don't you find out Oliver's contact information and ask him? At the very least, I didn't give birth to your grandchild. Also, I will tell you this for the sake of my ex-husband.
What?
Oliver did not cut ties with you because I brainwashed him. Your overbearing behavior as a mother was too much for him, and he was mentally exhausted.
What?
Your verbal abuse toward me was also excessive. Even though Oliver tried to stop you many times, you didn't listen. He was completely disgusted by your ugly behavior. It was him who decided to cut ties with you.
Oh no, that's a lie.
Also, Oliver isn't in the US right now.
What? So he's overseas? I knew it. So you know Oliver's contact information after all.
I don't know. My current husband is on a business trip overseas and isn't at home. So I talked with my brother about you. Then, my brother checked up on Oliver through an acquaintance of his. I just found out too.
If you found out his contact information, you should tell me.
I only know where he is. I don't know his contact information. I don't need to know either. I heard that he only told a few people about his current address. It seems he has no plans to return to the US anytime soon.
Oh my god. No. Why didn't he contact me?
Because he cut ties with you. More importantly, I think you should worry about yourself. Turn yourself in as soon as possible. Please return the child to his parents.
Turn myself in? Or kidnapping this child?
That's what I've been saying all along.
I just wanted to live with my son and my grandchild.
After that, the police called me to update me. The police told me the child was safe and sound. I felt relieved when I heard that. Apparently, the police have been watching the nearest station to Megan's home. They caught her at the station, as she was acting strangely by repeatedly looking back while holding the 3-year-old child. The parents of the child filed a report without hesitation. Megan was arrested and sentenced to prison. I didn't know this, but apparently, the Megan's husband had already passed away. Even after getting out of jail, I'm sure Megan will have a lonely old age. Later on, Oliver called me from abroad through a mutual acquaintance. Despite having cut ties, he cried and apologized many times, saying how sorry he was for what his mother had done. He is now remarried, and he told me they're expecting a child soon. I was happy to know that he will be a father soon. We both wished each other continued happiness and ended the call. I will be in my final stage of pregnancy soon, so I want to take care of myself and prepare for childbirth.
Mary, your husband is now mine. You got what you deserved. That's your punishment for getting married before I did and getting so cocky. Hi, sis. I thought you hadn't contacted me in a while. What is it out of the blue? Ha ha! You poor little sister. You need to break up with Nathan right away. What? I don't get it at all. I'm pregnant with your husband's child. Huh? I'm sorry. I'm going to be mom one step ahead of you. That's impossible. You know what's impossible? You've been married for 3 years, and you can't even have kids. It's for various reasons. Oh, I get it. You're not getting any love from Nathan, are you? Well, it's no wonder that Nathan is so disappointed in you. He was lamenting about it. He said that you're so preoccupied with your work and that you're completely casting off your femininity. It was Nathan who put me in that situation. Well, I don't care about your situation. Anyway, I'm carrying Nathan's child. Are you sure it's Nathan's? Of course. I haven't been with anyone other than Nathan. Oh, really? That's why you should divorce Nathan as soon as possible. He's mine now. I just want to check. Have you ever met my husband, Rachel? When I was about to introduce him to my family after my marriage was finalized, you said, I can't allow my little sister to get married before me. And you didn't want to meet him, right? I invited you to my wedding, but you didn't show up, saying you had some urgent business. That's true. I didn't want to see my sassy sister in her wedding dress, so I canceled attendance at the last minute. Then how did you know Nathan was my husband? After your wedding, Mom showed me the pictures. So how did you meet him? We happened to sit next to each other at a group blind date about 2 months ago. Group blind date? Nathan was going to a group blind date? I knew he was your husband as soon as I saw his face. But he was handsome and fun to talk to, so we decided to exchange numbers. And we went on more dates. We got to know each other better. With a guy who's 7 years younger than you? Nathan is 27 years old, just like me. I'm more than happy to date someone younger than me. Young guys are more energetic. Guys my age look like tired old men. Hey, Rachel, are you thinking of something bad? Huh? You always said you liked older men. My tastes have changed. Oh, and I was also interested in his father's legacy. I knew it. So the $5 million he inherited is mine. I'll be able to live a life of perpetual leisure. So you stole my husband for that? Oh, that's rude. It's not just about the money. Nathan told me his wife always works and neglects the home chores. He complained to me about it. You don't have to work so hard because Nathan is rich. So I decided to marry Nathan and become a full-time housewife to support him. I'm the one who'd rather bitch about it. You guys don't make a good match. Then, even more so, I'll take him. Suit yourself. Oh, you're fine with that? Because Nathan says he wants to marry you too, right? Yup. He says he wants to get rid of his cold wife and be with the kind Rachel. Then you can do whatever you want. Oh, you're not going to stop us? Well then, I'll take your husband and the $5 million. I mean, what kind of nerve does he have to remarry his wife's sister? Oh, I haven't told Nathan that I'm your sister. Huh? Don't ever tell him, okay? I'll resent you if you tell him and the engagement is called off. Well, that won't work. Even if you hide it, he'll find out sooner or later. I'm supposed to be the daughter of a prominent family. What? What makes you a daughter of a prominent family? You grew up in an ordinary office worker's family. Why are you lying like that? Because Nathan is handsome and his father is a business person. Well, that's true. So he won't accept me unless I have similar backgrounds. I don't think a marriage based on that kind of thinking and lying will last. It's okay. Even if I cheat a little, I want a rich, handsome man. Well, it's your life, Rachel, so you do what you want. Ha! I'll become happy instead of you, Mary. I hope things will go well. Oh, are you frustrated? not really. If you get divorced, you'll be alone for the rest of your life. Oh, you'll be married to your job, so I guess it's okay, huh? Well, I'm going to be single for a while. I enjoy my job. Aren't you sad to be so vain? I'm going on an overseas trip with Nathan now, so bye-bye. What? Overseas trip? Yep. We're going to go on a honeymoon and spend a week or so abroad. Do you have that kind of money? I thought you were only working part-time, right? Oh, you haven't noticed? What are you talking about? I sold some of your brand name stuff. I don't understand what you're saying. The other day, I visited my future husband's house for the first time. When did you? I had a date at his house on a day when you were working on a holiday. I can't believe it. And he gave me a key to his house. I went over to his house again and I took some bags and accessories that you had in your closet. What are you doing? You have expensive things, Mary. They don't suit you, so I took them to a recycle store. I use them for business meetings. I'm going to use them this week, so give them back right away. I can't. I'm going on a trip. Oh, come to think of it, you've always been like that. You always used to say, we're sisters, so let's share stuff. Whenever you saw something you liked, you would immediately take it away from me. Our parents adopted a stance of self-responsibility for everything, so I always had to endure it alone. I never thought the same things would happen even after I got married. I was so careless. But don't worry, I won't do this to you in the future. After all, I'm going to get $5 million. Mary, thank you for everything. You're no longer of any use to me. Yeah. Anyway, congratulations on your marriage. Thanks, but aren't you really frustrated? You don't have to say congratulations after your sister took your husband away. You don't have to say something you don't mean. No, I want to congratulate you from the bottom of my heart. Well, I guess you'll find out why later. I don't know what's going on, but you're trying so hard to be tough, and you look so miserable. Well, good luck with the divorce. Mary, thank you for everything. For the past 3 years, you've been a great help to me. Yeah, I'm glad you finally agreed to the divorce. I'm getting remarried, by the way. Oh, with which girlfriend of yours? I can't tell you which one since I had so many. No surprise, because apparently you had several other girlfriends besides me before we got married. Well, the person I'm marrying is on a totally different level than all the girlfriends I've had. She's a young lady whose family is rich. Her name is Rachel. Even her name sounds like a wealthy young lady, doesn't it? She's 7 years older than me, but I don't mind the age difference because she has a baby face and looks young. But didn't you say before that you prefer younger women? Well, younger is better, of course, but in her case, it's different. Because her family is rich? Well, yeah. I'm glad I was born handsome. If I can marry the daughter of a prominent family, my future is secure. Good for you. You'll make a good match. That's why I don't need you anymore. Thanks for being my housekeeper until now. You're welcome, and I'm glad we're divorced. I'm sorry I made you wait so long. You cheated on me a lot and spent my money without my permission. Well, it's in the past now, so just forget about it, okay? How can I forget? Every time I ask you for a divorce, you made a big fuss, and you even called me at the office. I'm sorry about that. I really am. You have no idea how much trouble you've caused. Well, you knew my situation. I was going through an inheritance and everything. You deserved it. Well, I didn't know much about the law. I referred a lawyer to you, but you were the one who was obsessed with the affair. You know, I've always wondered, what's wrong with cheating? Huh? You can't help it if you fall in love with someone, whether you have a wife or a girlfriend. It's a man's instinct to be with the one he loves. And in my case, I'm infertile, so I don't have to worry about getting the other women pregnant. Sooner or later, we'll get tired of each other and break up. So I don't understand why people make such a fuss over something as simple as cheating. I can't respond to that, but let's just say the world doesn't appreciate that logic. Well, I'm about to start a rosy life with my new wife, so I don't care what the world thinks. Congratulations on your marriage. I wish you every happiness. Oh yeah, I'll live with her in my house from now on, so you need to get out. What? I want to get married by the end of the week, so get out as soon as possible. You can't do that. I haven't even decided where I'm going to move to. Why don't you just go back to your parents' house? Don't make it sound so easy. My parents live far from where I work. I can't just move out now. What? Are you trying to ruin my happiness? Uh-oh, it's going to be a disaster. I'm going to live with her whether you leave or not. Fine, I'll leave. Thanks. Oh yeah, don't bother coming back to the house to get your stuff. Huh? I've already left them in a storage rental. So, you've already made arrangements? Haha, I work fast, don't I? You could have used your speed when you received the inheritance. Let's not talk about that anymore. Well, it's not my problem. But I'm marrying a wealthy young lady, so the money problem is safely solved. Poor Rachel. She loves me so much, so I'm sure she'll be very happy. I hope it goes well. I wish you both the best of luck. Mary, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's been a while, sis. How's married life? Is everything going well with Nathan? Well, there's something that's been bothering me. What is it? I found some scary-looking documents in a drawer in the living room. What kind of documents? I don't know, but it says something about garnish. A garnishment order, something like that. That's it. What's this? Well, simply put, your wages and deposits are no longer at your disposal. Why is this stuff in my house? Oh, did you forget it? Of course not. Why don't you ask the owner of that document directly? Who are you talking about? I'll invite him now. What is it, Mary? You said we have something to talk about, and you suddenly added me to a group text. What? Rachel? Why is Rachel here? Nathan, what are you doing? You've been ignoring my texts. Sorry, I've been a little busy. About the picture I texted you earlier? What's this garnishment order? What's that? I don't know either. I'll explain it to you then. Nathan is $15 million in debt. What? Debt? That's impossible, because Nathan's father is the president of the company. How can the son of a president be in debt? It's true that his father was the president, but unfortunately, he had almost no assets. What? The proof is in the documents you found. You're lying. Then what about the inheritance of $5 million? He used to own real estate worth $5 million. It's already been foreclosed, though. What? I don't understand. Why is there a debt? Nathan's father's business failed, and he had $15 million in debt. What's that? If that's the case, why didn't Nathan just renounce his inheritance? Nathan, why did you inherit $15 million in debt? Well, I'm not very good with the law. Nathan, why don't you be honest? Why don't you tell her that you were so caught up in the affair at the time that you ignored the matter, and then you ran out of time? I can't believe it! Why did you keep such an important thing from me until now? I was going to tell you someday. I'm sorry, but I need to borrow some money from your parents. Your parents are rich, right? I can't believe this! Please, I'm begging you. I'm your husband. You'll help me, right? You haven't told him yet, huh? What the hell? I mean, how do you know Rachel's number? Because we're sisters. Huh? That means Rachel is not a wealthy lady. She's a daughter of commoners, just like me. What the? You lying bitch! Screw you! I'm sorry. I lied because I really wanted you to be attracted to me. There are good lies and bad lies, you know. I married you because you're a rich man's daughter. What's that? You married me for the money? You told me you were attracted to me because I was a woman brimming with mature charm. I didn't mean that, of course. I like young women. If you weren't rich, I wouldn't like a hag like you. I didn't think you were that kind of person. I didn't think you were such a liar either. By the way, Rachel, I heard you're pregnant with Nathan's child. Ah, yes I am. We're going to have a baby soon. It's terrible to have a husband who's in debt. It's a lie that you're pregnant, isn't it? You two liars are perfect for each other. What do you mean? Nathan is infertile. What? What's that? That's why it's impossible for you to have Nathan's baby. No way! That's a lie! I have Nathan's child in my belly! Rachel, did you take a pregnancy test? If you really are pregnant, that means you had relations with a man other than Nathan. Wait a minute! Nathan was happy when I told him I was pregnant, and we decided to get married and raise the baby together. I was going to tell you the truth someday, but I felt like if you found out I was infertile, you'd run away. What? So you married me even though you knew it wasn't your child? He probably thought he's lucky that you believe that the child was his. So you won't run away. No way! I had no choice. To pay back the 15 million debt, I had to get a rich girl. More importantly, Rachel, is it true you're pregnant? Pregnancy is a lie. What? If I tell you I'm having a baby, I thought I could marry you right away. You guys really make a perfect couple. I'm sure you both must be disappointed because you both thought that you're marrying someone rich. But I guess you two liars must get along well with each other. This is so frustrating. Oh, that's right. Mary, you were working all the time. I'm sure you have plenty of money saved up. And you guys just got divorced. So let's split the money as property division. That's not possible. It was agreed upon in the marital property agreement before we got married. Why did you have to do that? 3 years ago, my dad was alive and the company was doing great. I thought I'd eventually become the president and make a lot of money. I didn't want Mary to take it away from me. What? You're so stupid. Shut up. I don't need you to tell me that. You lied to me about getting pregnant just for the inheritance. Well, we're both after money, weren't we? Okay. Let's just fight about this later, okay? I have something to say as well. First, I'm going to ask Nathan for compensation for divorce. Compensation? I'm not going to pay that. The divorce proceedings are finalized. You can claim compensation within 3 years. What? What's that? The amount will be decided in court, but I'd like to get $50,000 for the repeated cheating. $50,000? I'm in debt, and you're going to do that much to me? Oh, I still think this is not enough. I worked from morning till night to get you out of debt. Serves you right, Nathan. You got what you deserved for cheating me. I don't think you should be laughing at him either, Rachel. What? I'm going to charge you compensation as well. What? I'm your sister. That has nothing to do with it. Also, I'm claiming damages for the brand name goods you sold without my permission. What? It was a long time ago. Let bygones be bygones. It happened only a few weeks ago. You used to forgive me. I was a teenager and all I could do was cry myself to sleep. Now I have money and a good lawyer to consult with. Would you do that to your sister who has no money and is in need? You're a devil. You're saying the same thing as Nathan. You two really get along. Well, I'm off to see my lawyer now. See you later. After that, Nathan and Rachel had a big fight and got divorced. Nathan's assets were seized, and Rachel also had to take on debt for compensation and damage settlement. They are now living in extreme poverty. Rumor has it that both of them have become very thin and look like different people. I think they should file for bankruptcy. Well, it's none of my business. As for me, I was living in a hotel for a while after Nathan kicked me out of his house. I rented an apartment near my workplace. I am enjoying living all by myself now. And recently, I met a guy I like, and we have decided to date with the intention of getting married. Unlike Nathan, he is serious and faithful. I would like to build a warm family with him for sure. I finally found you. You're a con artist's mother. How dare you live like this? I will never forgive you. I'll make you pay for the rest of your life. Yes? What's this all of a sudden? I mean, who are you? Don't play dumb with me. You're in on it too. Go ahead and apologize. Huh? You've been calling me a fraud and a cahoot for a while now. You've got the wrong guy, don't you? Of course not. You're Ellen Smith, Alex's mother, isn't that right? Yes, but... Right? Then you should know that. Ask yourself. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. Huh? To begin with, who are you? How do you know my WhatsApp account? Damn it, I can't help it. My name is Janet. I'm your son's girlfriend, Janet Johnson. I found your WhatsApp account on his phone too. What? My son? Well, I'm actually his ex-girlfriend. It's your son's fault, so I'll explain it to you now. Huh? He did terrible things to me. He played me. I'm the poor woman. He dumped me for a marriage scam. Marriage scam? That's right. Your son cheated me out of marriage. Your son made me pay $300,000 for a marriage scam. Our Alex? $300,000? I'm telling you it was. You, the mother, got a little money from him anyway, didn't you? You're in league with your son and you're framing me. From what I hear, your husband is rich, isn't he? You're the wife of a celebrity, and yet you go to the extent of marriage fraud to rip off the regular people. What a greedy bitch. Huh? That's why I want you to take responsibility. Responsibility? I'm asking you to show me your sincerity. What exactly? Return the $300,000 I contributed. I'll forgive you for that as a settlement. And I'm pregnant. You'll have to take full responsibility for that. Pregnant? I don't think so, but you're not joking about being pregnant with his child, are you? I'm not joking, I'm serious. Alex and I were promised to be married. I lent him $300,000 because I thought I would be his wife. And yet, when I told him I was pregnant, he said he had no intention to marry me and ran away. What? I was so shocked and frustrated that I cried and swelled up. I mean, I'm still crying. I know you can't see it. He ruined my life. I'm a grown woman in shock, crying for 3 days and 3 nights. If you're a mother, you should at least take responsibility for what your son has done. If you return the $300,000 and have him father my child, I'll stop suing you for marriage fraud. I'll marry him. It's a small price to pay for all this, isn't it? Besides, Ellen, it'll be your first grandchild. I don't think it's a bad deal at all. There is no way my son could do such a thing, though, is there? You must be mistaken. Are you still saying that after all this time? Because it's just too funny. Do you still want to think there's no way my child would do something like that? I know you want to think that, but this is real. I'm the victim, and this is how it really is. If I sue, Alex and you, who are in on it, will go to jail. You became a rich wife, and now you're going to hell in a handbasket. Besides, your husband's status and honor will also fall to the ground. It's not very nice to have a wife and son who are engaging in marriage fraud. If you don't want that to happen, refund the $300,000 and get married. I won't budge on anything else. You have 1 week to get the money and the wedding ready. You can't just go ahead with this one-sided talk. I'm still not convinced. That's enough. I said I'll settle out of court and make it easy on you with the settlement money and the wedding. If you don't agree, the fact is that I was deceived. It's not a dream or an illusion, it's the truth. If you insist that much, I can turn you in to the police right now. I understand. Since this is coming out of the blue, may I have a moment to talk with my husband? I'm sure I've got the wrong person, but I need to confirm the facts. There's no way I could be mistaken, but okay. $300,000 is a lot of money, and I'm sure you don't have it in your hands. Put your trust in your rich husband and ask him to get it for you. After the family meeting, please proceed with marriage of the $300,000. Zach, call me after work. I need to talk to you about something. Oh, I just finished. I just arrived at the hotel where I'm on a business trip. What's up? Well, I got a text that I don't understand. Alex was a marriage scammer, and the woman he paid $300,000 to was pregnant. Huh? Marriage scam? Alex? The person who texted me, someone named Janet, sent that to me. Isn't that just a prank? There's no way he could have done that in the first place. Or maybe she is misunderstanding something. I'm sure she misunderstood something too. She said, "You're a rich man." She called me a rich man's wife and said I'm ripping off the regular people with marriage scams. I'm rich? Well, I have to support my wife and kids, and I'm confident I'm not poor. I work hard every day to make that happen, and I don't think I'm what you'd call rich. I think she's got the wrong guy, or she's harassing you or something. If you let it go, she'll give up. I don't think you need to worry about it. But I don't have any idea who the person named Janet is, and I'm afraid that the person knew my WhatsApp account. The person named Janet said she found it on Alex's phone. How is that possible? I don't know where the information leaked from, but I'm kind of scared to leave it alone. Well, you're right. Alex doesn't have any idea Nope. I don't think I knew anyone by that name either. I see. Then I don't know where she knew me from. Anyway, I'm leaving tomorrow too. Maybe you should take Alex and evacuate tonight just in case. That's right. Janet might know where we live. So I'll call my parents and ask my father to pick us up. Yeah, that's a good idea. Also, maybe you shouldn't reply to her until you know for sure. Your father's a police officer. If you're at your parents' house, I feel safer. Yeah, that's right. I'll keep an eye on it and think about it while I deal with it. Okay, well, I'll get ready to go as soon as I can. Oh, if you need anything else, you let me know right away. Thanks. I'll call you when I get to my parents' house. Take care. Hey, Ellen. How was the family meeting last night? Why didn't you call me? Well, okay. I'll take it that if you don't call me, it means that you'll have the $300,000 and the wedding within a week as you promised. If you don't keep your promise after a week, I'll sue you. Zach, I found out who that Janet is. Really? And I also found out who that Alex is. Oh. Can you come over to my parents' house after work so we can talk about the details? Okay. Sorry to keep you waiting, Janet. I've spoken to my husband and called you. Oh, it's you. For the past week, you haven't even replied to my... I knew it. I'll make it $400,000 in an overseas wedding. Tell that to your rich husband. Otherwise, I'll sue you as soon as I can. Listen, Janet. My child is 2 years old. Huh? And she's a girl, so it's impossible for Alex to get you pregnant. Huh? What are you talking about? What do you mean, a 2-year-old girl? I hope you will forgive me for putting the information out there after the fact, but it's for my daughter's safety. I wish you had done your research better before coming on WhatsApp too. What do you mean? You got my account from a friend of my mom friend's. What? A mama friend? She contacted me. She told me that our 2-year-old Alex did something and she had to pay a settlement to a young lady, so I gave her my ID. Did you hear from her? I said, You're kidding! Those young mothers who were chatting in that park, are they your mom friends? Yes, they are. Those mama friends seem to imagine that Alex broke something or got out of control and hurt her. My daughter is smart and quiet, and she wouldn't do such a thing. I don't remember having to pay any settlement money at all. I complained to them that they should not believe your one-sided story. I wondered if they might have been talking about you. I asked them to look at the photo you sent me, and they said there was no doubt about it. My picture? Could it be that you were talking about the picture of me crying? Yes. You're kidding! How can you know that? I processed it properly. It's true that the lower half of your face in the photo you sent to me was hidden by the processing, but the eyes were showing in order to show that you were crying. They recognize you by your hair color, and the watch you were wearing. What the hell? I asked them to elaborate on the situation at that time. They said that you approached them when I was talking about my plan to buy Alex a toy airplane for her 3rd birthday for $30. What? $30? Not $300,000? Yes. A toy airplane? Not a real airplane? Yes. Alex likes airplanes because my husband likes radio-controlled airplanes. She wants to become an airplane pilot in the future. What? That's not my Alex at all. That's what I've been saying from the beginning. I repeat, My Alex is a 2-year-old girl. And our family is not the kind of people that can afford a $300,000 airplane. I wanted to meet Alex, so I was walking around that area looking for his house. And I overheard you talking about getting him a $300,000 airplane. And since it sounded like he was from a wealthy family, I was sure it was Alex I was looking for. I thought to myself, I see. So you were mishearing the story that jumped into your head, and that's why you acted so annoyed. Mishearing? No way! The Alex you're referring to was a male friend of yours when you were attending university in Boston, and his family is wealthy. That's why you called me a rich man's wife. Yes, but do you know him? I think that Alex is someone who used to live in our neighborhood. Really? Then do you know where Alex is now? I'm from a different city, so I don't know him. But my neighbor told me that I heard that after graduating from university, he got a job at an overseas company and has been away from the US for 7 years. 7 years ago? Especially in the last 2 years, he hasn't returned to the US due to the recent global situation. So there is no chance that you will conceive his child. Huh? What on earth do you think you're doing? Calling this a marriage scam? Getting pregnant? Oh my God! Yes, that's right. As you can see, it's all a lie. I knew it. It's all his fault. When we were in college, no matter how often I asked him out, he never took me seriously. In fact, he started going out with another girl. Don't you think that's terrible? That's a question that's hard for me to answer, not knowing what happened back then. But I still couldn't forget him. I had heard that his parents lived in this town when I was in college, so I came all the way here to visit him. And yet, I jumped at the chance to being talked about Alex, thinking it was my lucky timing. I had no idea that it was actually about a completely different Alex. No, and then you told me you were pregnant and that he was a marriage cheat? How could anyone believe you when you hadn't seen him for years? He's not much of a drinker, so I figured he could just get drunk and pretend we had sex. No, that's sloppy. Shut up! Oh, I'm so mad at you. If you make me look like a fool anymore, I'm going to hurt you. What do you say? I'm right in front of your house. I broke all the flower pots in front of your front door. I'm going to kick you and your daughter like this. You're in the house now, aren't you? The curtains are closed, but there's a shadow figure moving. You're sneaking inside watching me. Stop sneaking around and come out. Apologize, and while you're at it, pay me $400,000. You're so screwed up, but I can't. Then fine. I'll break the window and get in the house. I'm not in the house, okay? That's a blatant lie. I can see you. I'll drag you out and make you apologize. It's my father in the house. Even though you've mistaken her for the wrong person, you've been threatening me a lot, and I've been very scared. I consulted my father, who is a police officer, to stay inside the house. My husband and I and my daughter are in a safe place, and it's not only pointless to break the glass to get in. You will be caught red-handed for breaking and entering. I said, from the looks of it, it looks like he's already caught you. A few minutes later, I received a phone call from my father informing me that Janet had been caught red-handed for breaking and entering. He also demanded compensation for the threats she had made, as well as for breaking the flower pots. With the money, my family decided to move out of the house. I am relieved that the case is now closed and we are safe. By the way, I understand that Janet prepared the compensation by borrowing money from her parents. She had never worked hard before and had been living off her parents. She was taken to a job with a dormitory and told to take this opportunity to work hard. She is now doing hard physical labor.
Martin, is this a good time? I'm in a bit of trouble at the office.
What's wrong?
We have some trouble with a client. I've been busy dealing with it. I won't be home for a while.
Oh, really? You'll be home pretty late?
Yeah, I don't know if I'll be able to make it home tonight.
Yeah, it's snowing like crazy out there. According to the weather forecast, it's going to pile up even more. Arya, rather than taking a chance of coming home tonight, it might be safer just to stay somewhere else.
You've got a good point. I'll probably have to stay overnight at the office.
Well, I'd drive up and pick you up myself, but I'm not used to driving in the snow, so...
Yeah, no pressure.
There's not much we can do. It's rare for it to snow like this.
You're working from home all day today, right?
Yeah, it's nice to be able to work from home on a day like this. You don't even have to step outside.
I wish my company would hurry up and adopt remote working. When we have a heavy snow day like today, or a storm hits, I can't go home until the next day.
Come to mention it, this happened before, right? I think it was during a big storm.
That's right. All the trains were stopped.
Well, it's rare for it to snow this much. You can't stop Mother Nature. I'll take care of the housework. You just concentrate on your work.
Thanks, Martin. Oh, by the way, I'm really sorry, but would you mind washing the bedspread?
What? That thing won't fit in the dryer. You can't hang it out in this weather.
You can just wash it, and I'll figure something out later.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, could you wash the apron in the kitchen too?
Apron? Arya, do you use an apron?
I don't usually. My mother gave it to me as a birthday present. It's a pretty fancy one with a flower pattern. I'm thinking of using it. I just want to wash it before I do.
Okay, got it. I'll wash it.
Oh, sorry, Martin.
What's up?
Come to think of it, you're home, but you were working.
Well, yeah.
I got distracted with business stuff in the snow. I'm sorry I asked you to do all the housework.
No problem. I'm almost done with work. I'll take care of the laundry stuff.
Thanks. Well, I'm going back to work.
Okay. Good luck.
Martin, where are you? Please pick up the phone. Don't tell me you went out in this heavy snow. Do you know what's going on in our yard? I just got a call from the neighbor's wife. She said there was a woman lying in the snow in our yard. She said because we weren't there, she called an ambulance and other stuff. There's no way I can get home in the snow. I don't know where you are, but no, that's what's going on. I just hope the woman's okay. If you see this, please call me, no matter what. Martin, where are you now? The message I sent you yesterday still hasn't been read. Haven't you come home yet? Maybe you turned off your phone? I know someone was taken by ambulance from our yard, so please call me as soon as possible. Hey, do you know how serious the situation is? I don't know where you've been since yesterday. Martin, I hope you know how bad this is.
Hey, Arya. I just took a look at your message. Is this some kind of play or something? You even got the neighbors involved. I don't know if it's the pressure at work or what. You better stop with the weird jokes. So you said you were taken away by ambulance, but to what hospital? You're not going to tell me to come and visit you or something, are you? I mean, an ambulance for something like that is a bit much, isn't it? You're probably lying about being taken to hospital anyway.
Martin, you finally texted me back.
Are you in the hospital? What happened that you had to be taken away?
Huh? I'm still at work.
What? Then when you say hospital by ambulance...
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
No. I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean you're still at work? I mean, you're off work today, right? Aren't you coming home?
The snow seems to have calmed down this morning, but I don't think going home right now would be a good idea.
What? Wait a minute. You've been at work since yesterday?
Yes, of course.
Huh? You said you were found buried in the snow in the yard and rushed to the hospital by ambulance. I knew it. You're alright, right?
I don't know, we're not really on the same page here. Martin, you're reading the talk history at random, right?
Huh?
Go back and read it again, word for word. After you understand what it says, text me back.
Aria, I read your message.
Did you understand what it said?
Oh my god. There was a strange woman who was taken to the hospital from our house. She was buried in the snow. This is a big deal.
No, it's not a deal. You did this to her.
What?
You're so obvious, saying it was an act or a weird joke. You made a fool of me.
Did I say that?
There's no point in playing dumb with me like that. Which one of us is the one who's acting?
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
That's enough. It's in the message. There's nothing you can do to fix it now.
No, it was a misunderstanding. I did read the text carefully. I misunderstood.
Was it a misunderstanding that can be explained?
I'm sorry, but I accidentally deleted my message history just now. I can't see our conversation anymore. Well, I can't help it if it's gone, can I? If you don't have the contents of the message, there's no way for you to check.
Are you stupid?
Huh?
With text, even if you delete your own history, the other person's history is still there.
Oh, it is?
And then, I found out the identity of the woman we think was buried in the snow in the yard.
Huh?
Her name is Kayla.
Kayla?
A friend of yours? She's obviously someone I don't know. Who is she?
I don't know her either.
Are you still playing dumb?
That's strange. I thought for sure it was you.
Huh? You thought it was me?
Oh, no, it's nothing.
Well, there's no need to question you now.
Huh?
You know that ambulance fiasco we had? Don't you think they've already done some investigating?
Oh, come on. What's with you already? If you have something to say, just come out and say it.
Let me ask you something. Kayla is your lover, right?
What?
I know everything, so there's no point in trying to cover it up. Besides, Kayla isn't the only one you've been cheating with. How much of a scumbag can you be if you're married and you're cheating with two people?
No, just there's a lot going on with this.
Well, let's hear about the circumstances, shall we?
I'm sorry.
Well, let me put you on the spot. Let me walk you through the whole scenario. Yesterday, when you found out that I couldn't come home because of the heavy snow, you took advantage of the situation and contacted both Kayla and the other woman you were having an affair with. However, Kayla declined, saying she had something to do. You decided to spend the snowy day with the other fling who took you up on your offer. So you drove over to pick her up. You forgot to lock the front door.
Oh.
And for some reason, while nobody was at home, Kayla came to the house. I don't know why she suddenly decided to come over. I'm sure she must have run out of things she had planned to do, or finished early. The front door was open, so she decided you must be at home, working. She came inside without saying a word to you. She took the liberty of using my apron in the kitchen to cook a meal for you and started cooking.
What?
The pink apron I asked you to wash. Kayla must be a family-oriented woman to serve a home-cooked meal at her cheating boyfriend's house. I don't understand the nerve of using the kitchen or wearing an apron without permission.
Hey, wait a minute.
Then you come home with the other woman you've been having an affair with. Just by looking at the back of the person wearing the apron, you thought I had actually come home early. You were in a panic because you thought that I, your wife, would find out about the affair. You threw the apron-clad woman out into the yard where the snow was beginning to fall heavily without even checking her face.
Was that Kayla?
You and the other woman you were having an affair with did not realize that it was Kayla. You guys had to get out of the house quickly so that your wife in the yard would not notice you. This time you securely locked the door and left. I don't know where you went after that, but you've been with the other one, haven't you?
Well then, what about Kayla? Kayla, what happened to her?
Apparently she sprained both her ankles when you threw her out into the yard.
What?
When she tried to enter the house, the door was locked and she couldn't get in. She couldn't stand up because of the pain in her feet, and she was freezing and couldn't speak because of the heavy snow that started piling up all at once. And on a night of heavy snow, there was hardly anyone walking outside. She must have felt hopeless. It was really by chance that the neighbor's wife found Kayla. When she went outside to shovel the snow from her front porch, she heard a woman's voice screaming for help. She was found buried in the snow and taken to the hospital. The temperature dropped to -6 degrees yesterday. I wonder what would have happened if the neighbor's wife hadn't found her.
Oh my god, is Kayla safe?
Fortunately, she's in stable condition. She needs to stay in the hospital for a while.
Which hospital?
Do you think I would tell you?
What?
When she was thrown out in the snow, she was terrified. Of course she would be. You thought she was me. Don't just come home all of a sudden. You sleep in the garden until morning. She said you were spouting out horribly mean things.
Oh, crap.
That's why she says she never wants to see your face again. She was treated like that by the guy she was dating. She'll probably be traumatized for the rest of her life.
Oh no, you mean I'll never see Kayla again?
Of course you won't. To be honest, I don't feel any sympathy for my husband's girlfriend, but I'm not so insensitive as to provide private information to the person responsible for sending someone to the hospital.
But I won't be able to live with myself with it like this. At least let me apologize to Kayla.
What can you accomplish by apologizing? Do you think that if you apologize, you'll be forgiven? Do you have any idea what a horrible thing you've done?
Yeah, but what else could I do? I didn't think she would come to the house.
I can't believe you would mistake your wife for someone you're having an affair with.
I only saw the back of her head, so it's not my fault. You guys have similar hair. She was standing in the kitchen wearing the apron. It's no wonder that I made a mistake.
Oh, I see then. So if it were actually me that you threw into the yard, it doesn't matter what would have happened, right?
No, it's just that.
Even if I had been left behind in the heavy snow and no one had found me, you'd be okay with that, right?
I didn't say that.
You would have rather just had me go to the other side without being found. Isn't that what you thought?
Don't be stupid. If I did that, I'd become a criminal.
Oh, you were ready to be a criminal, weren't you? What would happen if you were left out in the snow in 20-degree weather? Even a child knows what would happen, right?
No, it's just that I didn't think it would be this bad. I thought you could get into the house on your own.
You locked the door to keep me out. You said you weren't good at driving in the snow. You didn't even try to pick me up from work, but you were more than happy to drive in the snow to play with your lover.
Arya, give me a break. Seriously, I feel terrible.
It's too late to apologize now.
Anyway, I'm worried about Kayla. Please tell me where the hospital is.
I don't want to.
I'm begging you.
You'd better worry about yourself instead of others.
What?
After all the trouble you caused, you think you can get away with it?
What do you mean?
Can't you at least think of the possibility that the police are involved?
Police? No. The police is overreacting.
You know what? A young woman was thrown in the snow by a man, and an ambulance was dispatched. That's TV and newspaper material, isn't it?
Oh wait, did the police ask you any questions?
They did ask me a few questions. I wasn't there and was considered irrelevant under the circumstances, so I don't know what happened after that.
Wait a minute. And what about me? Don't tell me I'm going to be arrested by the police and put in jail.
I don't know.
How can you say you don't know? We're married.
Husband and wife?
That's right. Your husband's in trouble. It's your duty as a wife to help him.
No. Suck it up. That's all I'm saying.
What the hell? That's too insensitive.
Insensitive? You've had 2 girlfriends.
What? No, I mean, married couples are supposed to help each other out in times of need. When they're in trouble, they help each other out, don't you think?
I'm getting creeped out by this husband and wife crap.
What?
I don't want to stay married to a piece of crap like you.
What?
Let's get a divorce.
Divorce?
Yes, divorce.
Wait a minute. Divorce is a big deal.
I've already started looking for a divorce attorney.
No, I'm not getting a divorce.
Don't you realize what you've done?
I'm sorry I threw Kayla out in the yard, but in the end you're fine. We don't have to get a divorce, right?
Listen, let me say it again. You're the one who cheated on your wife with 2 other women.
Yeah, but...
When I'm working overnight at the office, you were trying to make out with a woman in our house.
But besides you, the other 2 were just for fun.
Fun?
Well, more like an extension of my friends. You see, I've been popular with women since I was in school, and out of all of them, I chose you to be my wife.
Excuse me?
That means you were my true love. All the others were just for fun. Out of all my girlfriends. You should be proud that you're the only one who got to be my wife.
That means I'm interpreting that to mean that you were already having relationships with a number of women before you married me.
No, that's...
Okay then, I get it.
No, so...
I think my frustration level is about to hit its limit. I guess I'll ask my lawyer to do the rest.
Hiring a lawyer is a big deal. Let's talk it over again. We're married, aren't we, right?
I don't want to be married to you. That's why I'm hiring a lawyer.
That's terrible. I love you so much.
You've got 2 lovers. What the hell are you talking about?
I'm just saying.
Shut up.
Well
then, goodbye.
Arya, wait. Please don't divorce me.
After that, I requested an investigation by a detective agency to gather evidence. As I suspected, it was discovered that Martin had been cheating on me with several women even before he married me. I regretted it deeply, thinking that I had married an unbelievable man. Then with the help of a lawyer who was introduced to me by an acquaintance, I successfully obtained a divorce from Martin. Of course, I filed a claim for compensation against Martin and the other women he had cheated on me with. The house we lived in was in his name, so I quickly left after the divorce. After that, Martin had a lot of trouble ahead of him. Kayla blamed him for throwing her out in the yard and for being two-timed. Not to be outdone, Martin made a big fuss, claiming that she had been trespassing in his house. There were also disputes with the other woman he had been having an affair with, and other women he had relationships with. The situation seemed to be in chaos about whether to file a police report and other stuff like that. My ex-husband, who was in trouble, contacted me persistently asking for help. I blocked his texts and phone calls. As for me, I have rented an apartment near my workplace and am living alone in peace. I can walk to the office, so I don't have to worry even if it snows heavily. I'm thinking that if I meet a good guy, I may remarry, but I'm not sure. For the time being, I intend to focus on my job.
Sarah's husband visited me today. He got me a gift. What do you think it is? I don't know. How would I know? My favorite king crab legs. Isn't it amazing? I'm too excited. Well, it's great. That's why I told you to marry someone of my choice, too. Yes, Sarah is great. She's so different from you. Huh? I'm tired of hearing that, Mom. Huh? Don't make fun of me. So, that's all you wanted to say? If you're gonna talk about my fiancé, I need to go now. That attitude! I've arranged a date with a wealthy man for you. You even turned him down. So, I thought the guy you chose must have been a celebrity. But he's a shabby poor man. He was wearing work clothes to come to my house to greet me. I couldn't help but look at him 3 times. You don't listen to me anyway. I can't say anything. If you don't like me, say what you want. I don't live my life to be loved by my mother. I'll marry him no matter what you say. I don't like the way you try to get your daughter to do what you want. We've had this conversation so many times already. I'm just so tired of it. You always say messaging me is a waste of time. Do you realize that it's almost always you who start our messaging? Really? That's because you don't listen to me and keep doing whatever you want. I have some advice as your mom. Sarah married a rich man and they're so kind to me. But you're such a failure. So that's all you wanted to say? What? That's all you have to say? I'm working overtime right now. See you later. Sarah, I heard from Mom again. Your husband got Mom something expensive again. Kaylee. That's right. He went shopping without asking again. I told him to stop. Is he using your credit card again? You should stop your card. I thought about that too. I came up with a better idea. What do you mean? I'll tell you about this the next time I see you. Yeah? Okay. Why is your husband sending Mom so many gifts? I kind of understand if he's doing this to his mother, but... Oh, I see. Didn't I tell you about this? What? He and his mother are not blood related. Oh, really? His real mother died when he was 10. His current mother married his father after he took off for college. He moved in his dorm, so they never lived together. Maybe he doesn't feel like she's his mother. I don't know if that's why, but maybe he wants to be liked by his mother-in-law. Oh, I see. I kind of understand. But that doesn't mean he could spoil Mom. Especially our mom, you know? Well, I have no intention of letting it go on like this either. I'll talk about it next time I see him. Yes, I understand. I know you'll be fine, but if you ever need help, you can always count on me. Okay, thanks. I'm sure you're busy preparing for the wedding in 2 months. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help. You know, I'm good at those, right? You've always been good. I might take you at your word. Thank you. Hi, Kaylee. You need to cancel your wedding. What? Why? Don't tell me there's been a death in the family or something. That's not it. I'm saying that you are not marrying him, so cancel the wedding. Huh? I don't get it. There's no way I can do that on the day of the wedding. There's no reason either. I don't understand why you are telling me this. I called the wedding hall to cancel the wedding, so it's fine. What? Do you remember the man whom you met before, right? He says he can't give up on you after all. If I let him marry you, he'll give me $100,000. Isn't that great? You need to marry him. I know it's too soon, but he's a busy man. He insists on arranging the marriage today. So we need to cancel your wedding right now. I don't understand. What? The wedding hall called us to confirm the cancellation of the ceremony. Of course, we said we had no intention of canceling the wedding. Our wedding will go ahead as planned. I beg your pardon? And we are already getting ready. If you think everything is gonna go your way, you're wrong. What are you gonna do about the guy I found for you? I don't care. It was your idea. You're on your own. If you don't approve of my wedding, that's fine. We'll get married anyway. I've reserved a 3-star restaurant this evening for us. No thanks. I'm getting married to my fiancé now. I decline your offer. Are you done? I'm busy. See you later. I won't let you marry that man. Mom, what are you doing? How could you come to a wedding in morning? I'm glad the wedding staff kicked you out right away. You were harassing your daughter. Oh, I just did it inadvertently. Inadvertently? I was in a hurry, so I grabbed whatever was within my reach. Huh? That can't be right. The wedding was so shabby anyway. What do you mean by shabby? I mean, there were only 20 guests. I've never seen such a shabby wedding. I guess that's what happens when you are dealing with poor people. So shabby. My husband is in a position where he could not choose whom he would invite. We decided to have only family members at the wedding. I don't want to hear your excuses. I just didn't want you to get married, that's all. Your mother caused all that fuss at your wedding. The groom's family got angry and the marriage was cancelled, right? So, come home soon. Let's go see your future husband. I'm on my honeymoon now. Huh? And of course, the ceremony went off without a hitch right after the end. Everyone gave me their blessings. We turned in all the paperwork already. So, we are officially married. What? After all those things happened? It calmed down right away. Huh? I made sure all the staff and guests knew about you from the beginning. You were on the watch list. Huh? Well, unfortunately, one of the staff members was bribed and let you in. What? Only one person at the wedding tried to let you in. It's so obvious. That person is punished accordingly. The rest will be left up to the wedding venue. That's... Anyway, Mom, didn't you hear about my husband's occupation from Sarah? Nope. I'm not interested in the occupation of a poor man. I see. You've always been like that, haven't you, Mom? You always assume that whoever I choose must be poor. What? If you say you're not poor, then tell me what you do. You called my fiancé a poor bottom feeder. But he is Sarah's husband's cousin. Huh? Cousin? My husband is the next CEO. You're kidding! My husband works for one of Sarah's father-in-law's companies. The current CEO is going to retire in a few years, and he's gonna take over. Huh? The next CEO? That's crazy! Then why was he wearing a dirty work uniform when he came to greet us? That's because you told us to come over so soon. You told us if we didn't show up within 30 minutes, you would not approve our marriage. He didn't even have time to change. But that doesn't explain why you're wearing work clothes. Why does the next CEO wear work clothes? He works for a painting company. He's in charge there now. They want him to learn a lot of things there so he can become the CEO. What? Sometimes he goes to work site, right? Somewhere like people's house to paint. He was at a job site far from our house when you called us. He didn't have time to go home to change. Why didn't you tell me first that he was the next CEO? If you had, I wouldn't have objected to your marriage. I didn't want to tell you. Huh? When Sarah got married, you were totally thinking about using Sarah and her husband. I thought to myself, I'm definitely not gonna tell her about my fiancé. You can't do that to your own parents. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Hey! Besides, that man you wanted me to marry, he's the poor bottom feeder that you hate so much. What? My husband ran a background check on him. And it turns out he was a guy I met at my business partner's. He asked me out about 6 months ago. I politely turned him down because I had a boyfriend. I think he got mad that he was going to get me. Also, my husband found out that he had used his company money. What? There's no way he has $100,000 for you. He stole those money. I didn't know. You didn't know, and I didn't blame you for not knowing. I'm glad that I didn't listen to you. You're glad I married my husband, right? Not... Well then, Mother, I'm insulating myself from you as of today. What? How can I allow such a thing? You are the one who just got a big promotion. You should at least share a little of that happiness with me. I hate that kind of thinking. What? Why did you marry Dad? What? That's none of your business. I know why. Dad also owned a company, so you were after his money. Dad, he told me before he passed away. He was sad that all you cared about was his money. You inherited his money and used it up in less than 2 years. I feel sorry for Dad. It costs a lot of money to live, you know. But that's not the point. Will you stop destroying Sarah and my lives to get money? Hey, don't say such a thing. Oh well, I have Sarah, don't I? That girl married a rich man for me. Sarah has divorced a while ago. Huh? Divorced? Do you know why Sarah got married in the first place? That's because the other person has money, of course. I told you before, right? She got a rich man for me. No, the CEO asked her to take over the company. He asked her to become the next CEO of the company. Huh? Sarah is the next CEO? Yes, the current CEO thought she had a better work ethic than his son. His son was kind of lazy. He was rather arrogant and not so suitable for the CEO position. Sarah liked her job and the company, so she married the CEO's son. But this guy was quite a cheapskate. A cheapskate? You've got a lot of gifts from him, right? Do you know where the money came from? What? Sarah's husband? That was Sarah's. Huh? Sarah gave him a family card to manage the family finances. Her husband started using the credit card to buy whatever he wanted. Not to mention his own clothes, gamble, and gifts for you. He used the card to pay for all the gifts. By the time Sarah realized it, he had spent over $10,000. No way! She immediately thought about getting a divorce. She asked her father-in-law's bank account for the credit card payment. What? Of course, she told him everything. Her father-in-law was very upset. When he found out that his son had used Sarah's credit card like that, he was very, very angry. Sarah divorced him soon after that. Of course, she got the money back. She also turned down the next CEO's position, resigned, and is now looking for a new job. The current CEO had tried many times to keep her from leaving, but she said she wanted to make a clean break and start her life over. What? Resignation? She threw away her future and now she's unemployed? What is she thinking? I thought she was a good daughter who married a celebrity. I didn't expect this at all. I hope you finally understand. Huh? Sorry about this, Mom. Sarah and I will never do what you want us to do anymore. Don't even contact me anymore. Huh? Don't tell me you are going to cut ties with me. Let me say this one last thing. All good stories have a backstory. Kaylee? I'll be at the airport soon. Bye. I told my sister about this exchange. My mother was also insulated from my sister that day. When I turned on my phone on my honeymoon, I found over 50 messages from my mother. There was not a single word of apology. All she did was complain about how she had suffered because of me. She wrote nothing but complaints. I wanted to wait and see how Mother was doing, but when I found out that she had no intention of showing any remorse, I blocked her number. I don't know how my mother will live without jobs or saving money. I hope she will become a person who understands the value of money.
Hi, honey. I've just got home. Is it morning there now? You're probably in the middle of commuting to work at this time. Good luck at work, honey. By the way, you're coming back home this weekend, right? I'll pick you up at the airport. Please let me know the arrival time of your flight. Anytime after you finish work is fine. Just let me know. Talk to you later.
Hey, Ashley. Hello? Oh, I guess it's already midnight there. You're probably asleep. Listen, you messaged me earlier saying you'd come pick me up at the airport, but you don't have to bother coming. The thing is, I've decided to divorce you. Sorry, it's sudden and surprising, right? Well, the truth is, I found a more attractive woman than you. She's a local Asian lady with black silky hair. I was worried when I got the overseas assignment because of the language, but coming here was really a good decision. I never thought I'd end up dating a woman like her. You know what? She speaks perfect English. Actually, she has a native English accent. I was so surprised. She told me she studied abroad when she was in college, and she worked hard to learn English. Learning a new language must be so difficult, but she's diligent. She is such a perfect lady, you know? I fell for her at first sight, and now I can't live without her. Actually, we're already living together in the apartment I rented here. Living together with such a lovely woman is like a dream. So, you understand what I'm trying to say, right? I'm planning to marry her, so please arrange to move out before I return. There's another week before I come back, so that should be enough time for you to make the necessary arrangements. Oh, by the way, as soon as I return, I'll proceed with the divorce, so please cooperate. Make sure there's absolutely no chance for you and her to run into each other. Just get your stuff packed as soon as you can.
Caleb, what the hell? Are you serious? Were you cheating on me? With a woman that you met there? I knew you always liked Asian women. Every time an Asian woman appeared on TV, you couldn't hide your excitement. But cheating with one? Really? No wonder you've been so slow to respond to me lately. Even considering the time difference, taking 5 days to reply is definitely strange. When I ask something, you only give vague answers. Now, I know why. So you're serious about her, huh? Fine. I accept the part about leaving our current home for now. But I'm not going to agree to a divorce so easily. First of all, I need you to tell me who's that woman. We'll discuss all of this when you get back. See you.
Jesus Christ, my notification is full of your messages. What the hell? You want to know who I'm dating now? Well, I guess you are interested to know. Sure, I'll send you a photo of her. Don't get too jealous, okay? Unlike your ugly face, she's extremely beautiful. Here's the photo of my baby girl. Isn't she incredibly beautiful? She looks like an actress. Her name is Lily. I still can't believe that I met her. Actually, Lily is willing to move to the US for me. Well, she's fluent in English. I'm sure she'll get used to a new environment in no time. I'm so proud to have a foreign wife. I'm going to brag about it to my friends as soon as I get back home. So Ashley, you can't compete with her. Just give up on me and go back to your parents' house or something. I'm sorry for leaving you so soon after we got married, but I met the woman of my dreams, Lily. No hard feelings, okay?
Samuel, I know you're busy, but it's really important. Can we talk?
Hey, Ashley, what's wrong?
I finally found her. I found Lily.
Oh, Lily? Where is she?
She's in overseas.
Overseas?
That's right, and she's living with my husband.
What? With Caleb? I don't really understand the situation.
Come to think of it, I didn't tell you that Caleb is currently working overseas, right? He's working abroad right now, but he's planning to return in a few days. Yesterday, he revealed his affair to me and said he was divorcing me. So when I asked him about the woman that he's dating, he proudly sent me a photo of her. And guess who it was? Lily.
What in the world? Did she really run away abroad?
I was surprised when I saw the photo too.
I see, so that's why it was impossible to find her no matter how much we searched. We haven't resolved our issues in a long time.
I'm sorry you had to go through all that trouble with her.
It's fine. Thanks for the information.
I can help you if you want.
Really?
Of course. Now it involves my husband too. They seem to plan to live in our house after returning, so that might be our chance to catch them.
What the hell? They're going to live in that house?
Insane, right? Caleb told me I should leave the house before they returned.
How audacious of them.
Can you spare some time during lunch break or after work today? Let's talk about it in person.
Sure. Can we meet at the coffee place in front of the station around 12?
All right.
I'll see you then.
Let's make them pay for what they did.
Hey, Ashley. You've already left the house, right? I arrived at the airport just now. Lily is with me, so I don't want her to run into you and get into trouble.
Don't worry about it. I've already left.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you're such an understanding woman.
But I still have no intention of divorcing.
Huh? Seriously? I understand your feelings as not wanting to break up with me. I mean, I'm a handsome guy. I'm good at my job and I have a bright future ahead of me. But I don't have any feelings for you anymore. I've met a woman who is hundreds of times more attractive than you. Well, there's no point in comparing you. An American woman with a pretty Asian woman. So give up and agree to the divorce. You'll only make yourself miserable if you keep on being stubborn.
All right, I'll eventually let you go. But I'm going to have to deal with the divorce through my lawyer.
Lawyer? Why would you want a lawyer?
Because I'm going to charge you alimony.
Alimony?
Why are you so surprised? You ruined our marriage, obviously. You have to pay for what you have done.
I see.
Are you okay?
Huh? What?
I'm not sure if you understand what I'm saying. It seems like being with that woman overseas has driven you insane.
Shut up. That's not true. I'll pay you whatever you want.
Anyway, I don't want to face you guys, so why don't you just go home?
Alright. I have to go to my office now, so I just let Lily go to the house first. I gave her a spare key. Well, I appreciate your consideration.
Whatever. I'll go back to work now. I'm sure you'll be contacted about the lawyer, so please go through them from now on.
Sure. I wasn't expecting about the lawyer and alimony, but I guess it's all fine. And after all, I'm supposed to get a promotion after my overseas assignment is over. I'll be getting a lot of benefits as well. I can easily pay that small alimony in one go. Haha. You want to use a lawyer against me? Do whatever you want because I don't care. Huh. Hey, Ashley, what the hell is going on? Hey, answer me.
Oh, Caleb, did you arrive home by any chance?
Yeah, I just got home.
Welcome back.
Shut up. Why is your brother at my house?
Oh, I let him stay there just for today.
What? Why? I don't get it. When I got home and went inside the house, your brother and Lily were having a serious conversation. I was surprised and went out into the hallway, but what the hell is happening?
Do you know who that woman is?
What?
Lily was my brother's wife.
What?
She ran away from home a year ago and disappeared.
Your brother's wife? Don't talk nonsense. Lily is a foreigner. I've never heard that your brother married a foreigner.
She's a pure American.
What are you talking about? Her hair is black and she has exotic, beautiful Asian eyes with a beautiful black color. There's no way she's an American woman.
She just colored her hair, puts on Asian-style makeup, and wears colored contact lenses.
Huh? What about her facial features? No way, she definitely looks Asian.
It seems she has some plastic surgery too. I'm sure she's also had some work done to her body as well. Her breasts are much bigger than before.
Seriously?
If you don't believe me, just check with my brother. He should have a copy of Lily's family register.
No way. Lily is an American woman? And she's your brother's wife? I'll never believe it. Hey, Ashley. You can come home soon.
What?
Let's not get divorced. I've decided to stay married to you. Let's live together again.
Are you serious? You're the one who asked for a divorce.
You were right. I think I lost my mind staying in a foreign country for long. After all, I don't want a divorce. Come home now.
No way.
What?
You tried to end our marriage over an Asian woman. Don't tell me you've lost your mind.
I can't help it. I was deceived by Lily.
Are you saying that you are a victim?
Exactly. I thought I got the beautiful Asian woman that I dreamed of. Turns out she was a pure American. What a disappointment. No wonder she talks like native speaker. Even if she studied hard, it's still unnatural that she can speak English so perfectly.
You're realizing it now, huh? You must have heard it from my brother, right? The reason why she was overseas.
Oh yeah. Your brother found out about her affair and demanded alimony. Lily didn't want to pay and ended up fleeing overseas. There she met me, a man who loves Asian women. She thought that if we got married and changed her last name, it would be harder to get located, even if she went back to the States. That's why she started dating me.
Yep, that's what my brother told me too.
I had no idea that she used me to get away from your brother.
That's right. When we got married, Lily had already left my brother. That's why you didn't know that they were married. Lily probably didn't know that you were her sister-in-law's husband.
That's right. Lily and I were together without knowing anything about it. So it's not my fault after all, right? We can call off the divorce, right?
That's not how it works. It won't change the fact that you were having an affair.
But I decided to break up with Lily, so please, forgive me.
Just because you broke up with her, it doesn't change the fact that you cheated on me.
Don't be so stubborn, honey. Deep down, you don't really want a divorce, do you?
No, I don't. In fact, I'd like to get a divorce right now.
Then why didn't you agree to the divorce right away? That's because you still have feelings for me, right? You really love me, don't you? Be more honest with me.
Don't say disgusting things.
What?
I have no feelings for a scumbag like you. The reason I didn't divorce immediately is, after my brother's case, I decided it would be a good time to get rid of you after all the sanctions.
All the sanctions?
I meant alimony. I'll be claiming alimony from you, but I'll also be claiming it from Lily.
Oh,
Of course, I'll ask you to pay it all in one lump sum.
Wait, paying it all at once is a bit...
What? Didn't you say something the other day, like, I can easily pay that small alimony in one go?
Actually, when I went to the office today, I was ordered to transfer to a small regional office in a rural area. They didn't even offer me a raise.
Ah, you've been demoted, right?
You don't have to be so clear.
Why did they transfer you?
The company found out that I was having an affair during my overseas assignment. They told me they couldn't promote such an unscrupulous employee.
I see. You should be grateful that you still have a job. If I were the president, I'd fire the scum who cheat on their wife while on overseas assignments.
So that's why paying it all at once is a bit tough for me. I went to so many places with Lily overseas that I don't even have any savings left.
I don't care. I won't change my mind about requesting a lump sum.
But...
Anyway, a lawyer will come by later, so please explain your side to them instead of to me.
Oh no.
Oh, also, I forgot to mention the most important thing.
Huh? What is it?
Once we divorce, pack your things and leave.
What? I have to leave?
Of course.
I thought you were leaving.
For the sake of my brother talking to Lily, I've just left the house temporarily. This house is rented under my name.
What? Really?
I've been renting since before we got married.
But when you get married, isn't it automatically updated in your husband's name?
Are you dumb? I haven't done any procedures, so it's still in my name.
I see.
Well, then get the hell out of here.
Wait, but where should I go?
Why don't you just stay at your parents' house for now? Your father should be there soon to pick you up.
What? Why is my father coming here?
I've told your parents all about this. They were furious, especially your father. You should prepare yourself.
Hey, don't scare me like that. My father won't hold back when he's angry.
I know.
Oh no.
Well then, goodbye.
Ashley, thanks for yesterday. Sorry for staying at your place for a while. I really appreciate it.
No worries. How are you doing? Confronting her like that must have been tough.
It seems Lily didn't expect me to be waiting for her. She panicked, and it was quite a scene. Well, confronting her directly was my choice. In the end, Lily gave in and agreed to talk, so it worked out.
That's good. You did great.
Oh, by the way, yesterday after you messaged Caleb, about 10 minutes later, his father arrived at the house. As soon as he saw Caleb, he shouted at him. And then he caught Caleb trying to run away and threw him on his back.
Ouch, that sounds painful.
I've never seen someone being thrown up like that before, so I was really shocked.
I heard his father used to do wrestling when he was young.
After that, Caleb went to his knees and started to apologize to his father, and his father picked him up, put him in the car, bailed everyone out, and drove away.
I can imagine his father doing that. His father really dislikes dishonesty. Caleb has been afraid of him since he was a kid.
I see. Well, I guess we are moving forward in a good way now.
Yeah, I think so.
When everything settles down, how about we go for a drink? I'll buy you a drink, of course.
Yeah, let's do that.
Alright, see you soon.
Even after that, Caleb kept insisting that he didn't want a divorce. My lawyer visited both Caleb and Lily's parents' homes, and a few months later, the divorce was successfully finalized. I received the agreed-upon lump sum for compensation from both of them. My brother also managed to collect the full amount he had claimed from Lily. According to what I heard from Caleb's dad, after being transferred to a regional office, Caleb resigned from his job. Rumors of his affair during his overseas assignment had spread even to the regional branch. His superiors and colleagues looked at him coldly. In the end, he reached a breaking point mentally and decided to quit his job. Following this, his dad stepped in to assist him in finding new employment. Fortunately, Caleb was hired by an acquaintance who owns a company, and it appears that he is now working in a new, challenging environment with strict supervisors. Lily, on the other hand, had to get a loan to pay alimony. Despite attempting to return to her parents' home, she was disowned. She's now working part-time as a live-in worker and desperately trying to pay off her debts. As for me, I am enjoying the freedom of living alone in the apartment I have been living in. Now that the alimony has been paid and my brother seems to settle things with Lily, I am thinking of inviting my parents and going on a family vacation.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.
Hey, you were late again last night. Did something happen? I'm worried that you've been coming home late a lot recently.
Oh, please. What does that even matter? I don't have any obligation to report my whereabouts to you.
How can you say it doesn't matter? I'm asking because I'm worried about you. Besides, don't you think responsibility is important when you're married?
If you're talking about responsibility, you should just handle things yourself. I'm busy and I'm not causing you any trouble, right?
Busy? I'm handling most of the housework and finances, so how can you say you're not causing trouble? I want to talk about this properly.
Ugh, stop with this annoying stuff. Didn't I tell you before to be quiet when I come home?
Well, what do you mean, be quiet? We're married, aren't we? I thought sharing problems was normal, but even that's too bothersome for you?
Look, being married has nothing to do with it. I come home tired and want to relax. You just need to quietly provide that time.
Provide? I'm neither your housekeeper nor your mother. Don't you have any desire to cooperate with each other even a little?
Well, nope. You're just doing what you want to do on your own, right?
What?
If you want me to thank you, you don't have to do any of it. I won't complain even if you slack off, you know?
This isn't about slacking off. I mean, I barely received any living expenses from you this month. How can you say you're bearing the burden?
You should figure out how to manage with what I earn. That's what good wives do, right?
You think this is normal? I work while taking care of the house, and I'm not supposed to complain at all?
Yeah, that's right. You're a pharmacist, so you have money, right? It's only natural my burden should be reduced accordingly.
Don't you think what you just said is terrible?
Not at all. If anything, shouldn't you be grateful for what I'm saying? Your burden is just something you're creating unnecessarily.
How can you call it unnecessary?
If you can't handle it, do whatever you want. I can live fine on my own, and I wouldn't be troubled without you. Hey, I forgot to tell you yesterday. It's really good news.
What is it?
Our house is going to get livelier from now on.
What do you mean?
Julia's moving in next week, so please help her out.
What? Julia as in your sister Julia? Why did you suddenly decide this?
Yeah, who else would it be? She's in trouble, so I'm just doing what's expected of her brother.
But it's not right to decide such important things without discussing it. Didn't we say we decide family matters together?
It's my house, so I don't have any obligation to consult you. Or do you have some complaints?
True. The house is in your name, but I'm paying most of the rent and living expenses. Besides, I can't handle a stranger suddenly coming.
Ugh, you're so annoying. What do you mean, stranger? She's my sister, isn't she? Do I need your permission to help my family? I'm contributing my earnings every month.
You say you're contributing, but you only pay $400. It's not right to push all our burdens on me with just that.
400 is plenty. Besides, I'm the breadwinner, so take care of the family. That's a wife's role, right?
Helping family is important, but that's something we should decide together. I can't accept being told she's coming unilaterally.
You really have a bad personality. Treating my sister like an intruder? When did you become such an unpleasant woman? Huh, I'm disappointed.
Hey, don't say it like that. I just wanted to properly discuss it because it's a family matter. And by the way, isn't she married?
She got divorced.
Really? I didn't know.
She lost everything paying money to keep her ex-husband from getting custody. She was kicked out of her house too.
Oh, that must have been hard. But all the more reason we need to think together about how to support her.
Right. Our parents are gone, so as her brother, I have to protect her. That's the responsibility of the big brother.
She's 8 years younger than you, right?
Yeah, she's 27. She's still young, but life has its ups and downs.
Since she's an adult, we should think about helping her become independent. So let's set some rules.
Rules? Like what?
We'll rent her a room for just 6 months. During that time, she should find a job and become independent.
What? Are you trying to kick her out even before she moves in?
It's not about kicking her out. We have our own life too. Are you planning to let her live with us indefinitely?
She has 4 kids, so you should rent her your room and get out.
Holy cow! I thought she only had 1.
5, 3, 2, and newborn. They all look like her. They're cute. Our house has only 3 bedrooms. I don't want the kids to live in cramped conditions.
Even so, kicking me out is out of the question. I'm your wife.
So what?
You're prioritizing your sister over me? You don't consider me family at all?
I mean, think about it. Julia and I share blood. You and I are just bound by a marriage contract, you know?
A marriage contract? But I am your wife. Are you saying you don't care about me?
Whether you're my wife or not doesn't matter. You're just someone I married out of a sense of responsibility. Compared to that, she's my precious sister.
That's such a cruel thing to say.
Besides, you're a pharmacist. Your salary is good, so you can easily live alone. Why are you trying to rely on me anyway?
That's not the issue. When you're married, helping each other is normal.
If you're going to complain about that, just figure it out yourself. If you don't want to leave, you can just sleep in the living room, right?
In the living room? If that's the case, at least make it temporary. I have work and I can't keep going without proper rest.
That's not my problem. Do whatever you want.
If you're kicking me out of my room, shouldn't you find a new place and pay for moving expenses? I think that's the normal way to think about it.
Yeah, right. Why should I waste money on something like that? It's much more meaningful to spend that money on Julia and her kids.
So you're really telling me to leave?
Yeah, that's right. Besides, I manage our joint savings, so you can't move out anyway.
And you have no intention of using it for me?
Of course not. Rather than waste it on you, I'll prioritize Julia and her kids' living expenses. That's my duty as a brother.
Oh, I see.
Well, I'm going back to work. Make sure you clear out your belongings before the move. It'll be troublesome if your stuff is in the way.
Hey there, long time no see, Libby. Have you been?
Julia?
Yep, it's me. You heard I'm moving in, right?
Oh, it's been a while. I heard things have been tough for you.
Yeah, they have. Kicking me out of the house all of a sudden. Can you believe that?
I understand. But you know, we can't keep you with us forever. If you're staying, you'll need to find a job soon.
So you're saying I should leave? Am I really that much of a burden to you?
It's not about that. At least, not right away. But we have our own lives, and realistically, you can't stay with us indefinitely.
You're just saying it in a roundabout way. Basically, you want me gone, right?
That's not what I mean. It's just that everyone has their own struggles, and there are limits to how much we can help. You get that, don't you?
But Hurley said I could stay as long as I wanted. So that's just your opinion, right?
Yes, it is my opinion, but it's our house, and I think I have the right to express my thoughts.
Oh, okay. So because you couldn't convince him, now you're trying to manipulate me. That's pretty low.
That's not what I'm trying to do. I just think we should find a compromise.
Well, it doesn't matter what you say. He's on my side, so it's pointless.
I see.
Oh, and by the way, thanks for the money. It really helped.
Huh? Money?
Yeah, I needed 40 grand to fight for custody, and Hurley gave it to me.
Wait, 40 grand?
Oh, you didn't know?
I knew about the custody battle, but this is the first I'm hearing about the money.
Oh, really? When I told him, he just handed it over without a second thought. He's such a reliable brother.
I can't believe this. That must have come out of our savings. The money I worked so hard to save, and he just used it without telling me.
Oh, I had no idea. Wow, it's so sad that he didn't even consult you. Imagine being treated like that by your own husband. What a joke.
You're right. He's made it clear that to him, I'm nothing but an outsider.
No way. He actually said that? Geez, he must look down on you so much.
Exactly. To him, you're far more important than I'll ever be.
Actually, let me clarify. He loves me way more than he loves you.
Right, because you're his precious sister.
Nope, wrong again. Not as a sister. He loves me as a woman.
What are you saying?
You know, my mom married his dad, so we're not actually related by blood.
Not related by blood? What are you trying to say?
Oh, come on. We've been in a romantic relationship since forever. Even after he got married, that didn't change.
You're kidding. Are you serious right now?
Oh, dead serious. Even after you guys are married, we've been meeting up regularly. And the fact that no one caught on, absolutely perfect.
A brother and sister doing something like that? It's unthinkable. It's beyond belief.
But that's just it. Since we're not blood related, no one ever suspected a thing. You basically created the perfect environment for us to meet openly. Thanks for that.
Why are you telling me all this now? Wouldn't it have been better to keep quiet?
Well, now that we're living together, you might hear some sounds at night, you know.
Excuse me? Are you actually saying this out loud?
Well, if our relationship becomes official, we don't have to hide anything anymore. We can be open about it. It's way more convenient.
Do you seriously think I'm going to allow that? A brother and sister? It's revolting.
How many times do I have to tell you we're not blood related? And calling it disgusting? That's so narrow-minded of you.
It doesn't matter. It's still unimaginable. And besides, this is infidelity.
Wrong. It's not infidelity. It's true love. We only got married to other people as a cover, you know.
So you're telling me I've been deceived this whole time?
Exactly. Which means I'm the real wife. Anyway, I'm meeting up with him now. Chat later.
I forgot to mention something again. Not that it matters, since you're always free anyway.
Excuse me?
Boxes are coming this afternoon. You'll handle the moving by yourself. Got it?
Have her do it.
She's arriving tonight, so she can't do it.
Then why don't you do it?
I have work. Don't act like you don't know that. Still sulking, huh?
Not at all. I'm already unpacking at my new place, so I can't help.
What? New place?
Yep.
What's that supposed to mean? What did you do behind my back?
Remember when you told me if I don't like it, then leave? I just took your advice and acted on it.
What? You didn't tell me anything about this. When did you decide to pull this crap?
I didn't tell you because I knew you'd try to interfere. It's much smoother to act without asking for your input.
You've got to be kidding me. Where did you move to? Tell me your address right now.
Why would I do that? There's no reason for me to share that with you.
You're just throwing a tantrum and trying to push Julia out, aren't you? It's not going to work.
I'm not throwing a tantrum, nor am I trying to push anyone out. I just chose what's best for myself.
Oh yeah? Then come back home and grovel. Maybe then I'll forgive you. I'm giving you a chance.
No thanks. Why should I do that? I have no reason to beg.
Oh, is that so? Then we're getting a divorce. That's what you want, right?
I think that's a great idea.
What? A divorce? You're really fine with that?
Of course. Actually, I'm already planning on it, so the timing works perfectly.
But wait, how the hell did you even afford to move out? I'm the one holding all the joint savings.
I've got my own savings from before we got married. I was 31 when we got married, and I've been working until then. Of course, I've got some money saved up.
You were hiding that? Oh, you're such a sneaky, infuriating woman.
I wasn't hiding it. It just never came up because I didn't need to mention it.
And how exactly are you planning to live on your own? You really think you can manage by yourself, huh?
Remember when you tried to kick me out because I'm a pharmacist? You're the one who said I could easily live on my own, right?
God, that cocky attitude of yours pisses me off. You're seriously the most unlovable woman ever.
I'm just stating the truth. There's no reason for me to act all cute for you. So how exactly do you plan to live on your own?
Me? I'll just keep doing what I've been doing. Living isn't that hard, you know?
The rent for that house is $3,000 per month. On top of that, you've got utilities and daily living expenses. You only contribute $400 to the household budget. How do you plan to cover everything?
Wait, the rent is that high? I thought it was way cheaper.
We went over it together when we signed the contract. You weren't paying attention, were you? And honestly, even at this price, it's considered pretty cheap.
No way.
It's not just the rent. Utilities, groceries, they all cost money every month. Do you even understand the household budget?
Are you serious? I had no idea we had so many expenses.
Oh, you really don't know anything, do you? Don't you realize your salary alone isn't enough to keep things running? Even after hearing all this, do you still think you can easily manage?
It might be tough. Oh, but I've got a great idea.
What are you thinking? Oh, don't tell me you've come up with some genius plan.
You can keep paying the rent and all the living expenses like you always have. Then everything will be fine. I'll be totally set, and it'll be smooth sailing for both of us.
Unbelievable. Why on earth would I continue paying for your living expenses after this?
You know, I just started a new job. I'm only making $2,000 a month right now.
And? What do you expect me to do about that?
If you don't cover the expenses, I can't survive. All you have to do is keep shouldering the costs. and everything will work out perfectly.
I see. But in the end, you're the one who'll be in trouble, not me. I have no intention of covering anything for you anyway.
Wow, you're so heartless, leaving your husband of 2 years out to dry.
I should have left you much sooner. Looking back, I see now that I wasted my time.
Do you even realize how much I've done for you? And this is how you repay me?
What have you done for me? You couldn't even take care of yourself and relied on me for everything. How dare you say that?
Oh, don't push me. If you keep this up, I'll demand 400 grand in alimony from you.
Oh, what exactly would that be for? Go ahead, spell it out.
For wasting 2 whole years of my life living with you. That's alimony for my lost time.
What a joke. You've got some nerve saying that while ignoring all your faults. I should be the one demanding compensation from you. Actually, you're the one who'll be paying me.
For what?
For your affair. You and Julia are clearly in a physical relationship, aren't you?
Oh, we're siblings. That's impossible. Don't be ridiculous.
Oh, I heard it directly from her. She explicitly said, we're in a relationship. Are you still going to deny it?
She was joking. She said that to mess with you. Don't take it seriously.
Maybe so, but I decided to investigate to be sure. Some things can't just be brushed off as a joke.
What? What the hell is this?
It's a photo of you and Julia kissing in a park. Would you care to explain?
No. This can't be real. Why the hell do you have a picture like this?
After hearing what she said, I got suspicious and hired a private investigator. This is what he found.
A private investigator? You really went that far?
Making out in a park, thinking no one would see you. How reckless can you be? Honestly, it's pathetic.
You've got it wrong. This is a misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding? I've got another photo of you guys entering a hotel together. Still going to claim it's not what it looks like?
A hotel? There's no way. You got photos of that too?
Oh, there's no escaping this. Plus, Julia herself confessed everything to me. She's even willing to testify.
She's going to testify? You've really dug into everything, haven't you?
I wanted to ensure the divorce would work in my favor, so I gathered as much evidence as possible. Considering your actions, it was only fair.
Damn it.
Oh, and there's more. While digging into things, the investigator uncovered something even more shocking.
What now? What else are you hiding?
Julia told you she needed 40 grand to secure custody. You gave it to her, right?
Damn it. She told you that too? She should have kept her mouth shut.
It was going to come out sooner or later. And since you used our shared savings without my consent, you'll be returning my half of that money.
More money? Listen, that cash is gone.
What do you mean gone? There was $80,000 in that account. You're telling me you spent all of it? Half of that was rightfully mine.
Yeah, it's all gone. Not a single cent left.
And just because you spent the money doesn't mean you don't have to pay it back. It's shared marital property, and I fully intend for you to repay it.
Now about that shocking revelation you mentioned earlier, what is it? If you're bringing it up like this, it must be something serious.
Trying to change the subject won't work, but fine, I'll tell you. I met with Julia's ex-husband directly and had a lengthy discussion with him.
What the hell? You tracked down that scumbag and met him? Why would you go that far?
Your parents have already passed away, and I knew you wouldn't tell me his whereabouts, so I had to find out myself.
So? What did he say?
Oh, it was shocking. The 40 grand you supposedly gave her to help with custody wasn't for that at all. It was actually for compensation.
What? What do you mean?
In other words, she was the one cheating. She got caught and her ex demanded she pay damages.
She was cheating? Are you serious? The same woman who begged for my help?
And just so you know, custody of the kids was awarded to him. Even so, she refused to pay child support and even went as far as abducting the kids.
Oh, I can't believe this. I gave everything to help her. And she was cheating all along?
You're really one to talk. By the way, her ex has already taken the kids back.
They aren't with her?
Apparently, she left them at daycare. She's probably off meeting her lover right now.
Does she just open her legs for anyone? Ugh, what a filthy woman.
That makes you the male equivalent.
Hey, it was just you and her. Don't lump me in with her.
Cheating is cheating. And the fact that you did it with someone you claim is your sister makes it all the more disgusting.
That's it. I'm done with her. She's out of my life for good.
Then go ahead. No one's stopping you. I've been saying I want a divorce from the start.
Not you, I mean Julia. You know how tired I am of dealing with her.
Great. Then do whatever you want. I don't care.
No, that won't work. Come on, just come back. I can't do this without you.
Excuse me? Do you even hear yourself? You're not making any sense at this point.
I mean it. You're the only one I truly care about. I love you, okay? From the bottom of my heart.
Now you're saying this? After treating me like garbage and doing whatever you wanted?
I was wrong, I know that. It's all my fault. I'll never make the same mistake again, I promise. Please, forgive me.
Forgive you? Do you think it's that simple?
Yes, if we both apologize, we can put all this behind us and move forward.
Oh, don't be ridiculous. I've supported you all this time without a single complaint. And yet, who was it that called me heartless and looked down on me?
I already said I was wrong, I'm sorry.
If it were the old me, I might have forgiven you out of lingering feelings. But now, I feel nothing but disgust for you.
But don't say that. You're the only one who truly understands me.
Because I understand you, I'm telling you this. Your apology is worthless. It's just empty words to escape blame. If you truly feel sorry, then divorce me and pay what you owe me. That's the bare minimum you can do to atone.
Don't talk like that. Can't you just be kind to me like before? I'll change, I swear.
No, I'm sick of seeing your face. I don't want to waste another second of my time on you.
But
my demands remain the same. Pay everything. Anything else can go through my lawyer. Bye now.
Wait, don't leave me. Please reconsider. I'm truly sorry this time. I'll change.
If you were someone who could actually change, we wouldn't have ended up like this in the first place. Goodbye.
You can't be serious. What am I supposed to do without you?
That's your responsibility to figure out. I'll never have anything to do with you again. After finalizing the divorce, I felt a huge weight lifted off my shoulders. My lawyer was incredibly skilled and made sure my rights were fully protected, allowing me to hold my ex-husband accountable. I demanded $20,000 in alimony, which he's now paying off in monthly installments of $400. Not long after, Julia and he had a massive falling out, and she ended up getting kicked out. As for my ex, I heard his life fell apart completely after losing her. Since he's incapable of doing housework, he's been relying on takeout for most meals, which has sent his finances into a tailspin. Although he somehow managed to keep up with the rent for a while, he eventually started falling behind and was evicted. At work, his unkempt appearance and sloppy attitude drew criticism, and his colleagues began to ostracize him. In the end, he was forced to quit. A friend of mine who volunteers told me she saw him lining up for a free meal at a soup kitchen in the park. Hearing about that honestly made me roll my eyes. As for Julia, her children are now living with her father. She's working nights to pay off her alimony and child support, but she's still falling behind on payments and hasn't been allowed to see her kids. The children, on the other hand, seems to have settled into a peaceful life with their father near his parents. It's such a relief to hear they're doing well. As for me, I found a new love, a cat cafe. I stopped by one on a whim after the divorce, and now I'm completely hooked. These days, I happily spend my time doting on my favorite cat patrons and couldn't be happier. Being free from the oppressive life I used to live has brought me so much peace. I've chosen a life where I no longer let those two drag me down, and I'm focusing on pursuing my own happiness. I'm determined to keep moving forward and living my best life. Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.
Just $100. That's all I need. Huh? $100? What are you even talking about out of the blue? I want a new pair of sneakers. They're limited edition, you know. If I miss this, I might never get them. There's no way we can afford to blow $100 on something like that. Did you forget you just got laid off? So what? I'm drowning in stress over here. I need something to enjoy or I won't make it. I'm telling you to think about our budget. What about our kids' future? We're already barely making ends meet with school fees and living expenses. You have no idea how much stress I'm under, do you? I even help out with the housework at home. Can't you let this one thing go? Helping with housework is the least you can do. You're not working, are you? Or do you think you're doing something extraordinary? Jesus, whatever. Talking to someone like you who just complains all the time is driving me insane. Fine, I'll do it myself. Do what? I'll just use the credit card to buy them. I'm entitled to at least that much freedom, aren't I? Excuse me? The credit card is for household expenses. You can't just use it for whatever you want. You're always complaining. I need something to help me unwind. Unwind? At the cost of wrecking our budget? You're being so selfish. Selfish? Are you kidding me? You're always focused on work and leave everything at home to me. It's my job to work for our family and it's your job to handle things at home. That's fair, isn't it? Oh, so now you're going to blame me for taking care of the house? Don't act high and mighty just because you're the one earning money. Can't you let me have a little fun every once in a while? High and mighty? I'm literally supporting this family and that's how you talk to me? And let's not forget, you're the one trying to blow money on something unnecessary. Enough already. Just transfer the money and we'll be done. What's with that attitude? Do you think I'm just an ATM or something? Hey, you've been acting all annoyed for a while now. Are you suspicious of me or something? Suspicious? Everything you've been doing lately is sketchy. I checked the recent credit card statement and there's a high charge on there I don't recognize. Care to explain? Oh, that? It's for in-game purchases. It's not that much, right? It's something I need to refresh myself, so cut me some slack. In-game purchases? You've got to be kidding me. While I'm worrying about whether we'll have enough for our kids' education, you're calling that a necessary expense? I'm stressed out too. Not having a job makes me feel even smaller, and being stuck at home is suffocating. That stress is the result of your own irresponsible actions. I'm carrying everything on my shoulders, so why should I have to pay for your entertainment too? But I'm helping with the housework, aren't I? That should count as enough contribution. Stop complaining all the time. Helping with housework is the bare minimum. It's only natural that you do it while you're home after getting laid off. I still have my pride. Having someone like you looking down on me all the time, I can't take it anymore. Looking down on you? That's not it. You're the one who's deciding to feel that way. All I'm asking is for you to take responsibility as part of this family. Responsibility? Can't you at least acknowledge how hard I'm trying? That hard work is all for yourself. Emma and I are always pushed to the back burner. It's pathetic that you don't even realize it. Hey, I need to talk to you about something. Is now a good time? I feel like I'm about to lose my mind from all this confusion and shock. What's up? Did something happen? I'll listen to anything you've got to say. Let me guess. It's about Mateo messing up again, isn't it? I'm on a business trip right now, staying at a hotel, and, well, something unbelievable just happened. Wait, what? Don't tell me there was some kind of incident at the hotel. Or is it trouble at work? No, I saw something at the hotel. A guy who looked like my husband. Huh? Mateo? What would he be doing there? That's what I don't get, but I swear, from his build and the way he looked from behind, it really seemed like him. Come to think of it, didn't Mateo get laid off about a month ago? Wasn't he supposed to be home taking care of Emma? Yeah, he's supposedly looking for a job right now, though honestly, I'm not sure how serious he is about it. He's been helping out with the housework, and Emma's only 4, so in some ways, it's been nice to have him home. Wait, so you're saying Mateo just happened to be at the same hotel as you? Don't you think that's a little too much of a coincidence? Wait, what's going on? Tell me more. He was with a younger woman, and they seemed really close. Wait, hold on. Are you saying, could it be an affair? They got on the elevator together right away, so I didn't get a clear look at his face. But I don't think I'm wrong. It's just way too much of a coincidence to run into him like that. Don't you think you should just call him and ask directly? I've actually been trying to call him over and over, but he's not picking up at all. Seriously? That makes it even more suspicious. Wasn't he usually the type to answer right away? Yeah, normally he'd answer, but in situations like this, he never does. When things aren't going his way, he just completely ignores me. That's definitely suspicious. What are you gonna do if it really is an affair? I don't have solid proof yet, but if it turns out he's guilty, he'll have to face the consequences. Wow! If it's actually him, that's unbelievable. Cheating while unemployed? Seriously? Exactly. Using my money to hang out with another woman? It's disgusting. Wait, so, since he's unemployed, are you giving him spending money or something? Yeah, something like that. I gave him one of my credit cards. I have a few, so I figured it'd be fine. Wait, what? It's just a hassle to hand him cash every time I ask him to go shopping. And Mateo promised me he wouldn't waste money. Well, you two are married after all. But if he's using that credit card to go on a cheating trip, he's absolute trash. Totally. I might actually kill him with my own hands. That's kinda scary, honestly. Sorry, I need to calm down. That's why I'm talking to you, Harper, to help me think this through. But wait, I just realized, if it really is Mateo, isn't Emma in danger? Because that would mean she's home alone, right? Oh, she's fine. I already asked my mom to check on her. Is your parents' place close by? Yeah, I also gave her a spare key just in case something like this ever happened. Then I guess Emma's okay. But honestly, if Mateo's not home, that pretty much confirms he's guilty, doesn't it? Yeah, probably. But if we think about it rationally for a second, isn't there still a chance you might have mistaken someone else for him? Why would you think that? Well, doesn't Mateo know you're staying at this hotel for your business trip? Yeah, of course. I told him about the business trip like usual. So he knows which hotel you're staying at, right? Wouldn't staying at the same place with his mistress be way too risky? Oh, about that, he doesn't actually know which hotel I'm staying at. When I mentioned this trip, he just said, yeah, have a good one, and he brushed it off. He didn't seem interested at all. What? That reaction alone is super annoying. Yeah, he's been like that lately. Whatever I say, he just gives me half-hearted responses. It's been 8 years since we got married, So at first, I didn't really think much of it, but if he's focused on another woman, a lot of things start to make sense. I see. That's pretty sad when you put it that way. But if there's even the slightest chance you misjudged, make sure you don't do anything rash and embarrass yourself later. I know, but the whole thing felt so off. I really don't think I'm wrong. If it turns out he's actually cheating, what are you planning to do? In that case, he'll have to take full responsibility. I might even have to consider filing for compensation. That's true. If you have solid proof, Mateo won't be able to talk his way out of it. Exactly. I'll keep an eye on things for now, but if he's really guilty, he'd better be ready. Yeah, let me know if there's any update. I might be able to help somehow. Got it, thanks. I feel a little calmer now. Hey, how much longer do I have to wait? Hurry up. I want to go somewhere with you. Can you move it along? How long am I supposed to just sit here in the lobby? Hold on, Barbie. The receptionist here is such an idiot. I can't even deal with them. They're still saying the card isn't working? Yeah, they're saying it's totally unusable. Something's definitely wrong here. I've used this card so many times before without any issues. Could it be expired? No way. That's definitely not it. I checked to make sure. Besides, I'd never embarrass myself by trying to use an expired card. Then maybe it's because it's your wife's card. Aren't credit cards usually only supposed to be used by the card holder or family? No. I've used it tons of time before. Nobody checks for ID when you shop with a credit card, so it's never been a problem. I see. Then could it be you're entering the wrong PIN? Like just a careless mistake? Would you stop already? I've told you 1,000,000 times. There's no way I'd make a mistake like that. Wow, what's with that tone? I was just asking because I care, you know. Ah, sorry. I didn't mean it like that. I love you, Barbie. Stop joking around and hurry up. Being stuck waiting here like this is seriously the worst. My bad. I want to fix this as fast as I can too, but there's nothing I can do right now. I've been trying to call Amelia to check, but she's not picking up at all. What? So what now? I really don't want to keep sitting around in this lobby forever. Calm down, Barbie. I'll figure something out. Amelia's probably just busy and can't answer. Give it a little more time, and she'll get back to me. You think so? But honestly, isn't it kind of weird that a situation like this makes you think of your wife? What are you trying to say? Amelia's just a money source, that's all. I've always told you, you're the only one I love, Barbie. Well, yeah, I know. But still, leaving me in a situation like this is just the worst. Fix it quickly. Yeah. Hey, Mateo? What is it? Some weird woman just came up and started talking to me. What do you mean? She said she wanted to discuss something and sat down right next to me. She's creepy. She's probably dangerous. You should move away from her. Yeah, you're right. Oh, Amelia finally replied. Sorry, Barbie. Just hang tight there a little longer. Hey, Mateo? Talk to you later. Amelia, I've been in a hurry and your replies are so slow. Why didn't you answer me right away? Why are you panicking? What's going on? I'm trying to buy a toy for Emma, but my card isn't working. What? Seriously? Are you for real? How could the card not work? What's going on? Every time I try to use it, it shows an error. It says, the card is currently unavailable. Did you go shopping somewhere? Or maybe you tried to buy something expensive? Oh, yeah. I'm at the department store with Emma. She wanted something from the toys section, and I'm stuck trying to deal with it. That's really strange. The cards never had issues before, so why would it suddenly stop working? Right? I don't have any cash on me either, so I have no idea what to do. I'm completely panicking here. Check with the credit card company right now since I don't have any cash on me. Got it. I'll check right away. Please do. Actually, I don't need to, because I'm the one who canceled the card. What? Must be tough for you. At this rate, you won't be able to pay for your little affair trip, will you? That's what happens when you try to use the card for a cheating getaway. What? Wait, what are you talking about? By the way, are you okay? You've been wiping your forehead a lot. Why are you sweating so much? And your face is bright red, isn't it? Huh? No, it's nothing. Not a big deal. Why are you even asking about that? If you keep glancing around nervously like that, people are going to think you're the suspicious guy. Haven't you noticed all the looks you're getting? You're not seriously at this hotel, are you? What? Why would you even ask that? Honestly, I'd rather ask you which hotel you're at right now. Just answer me. Are you here or not? Look over toward the lobby, at the corner by the window. You'll see me waving. You can't miss it. Where exactly? Right there. Look closely. I'm waving. You see me now, don't you? Ah, you're really here. Hey, that's awful. How could you run away the moment you saw my face? I knew it. Why are you here? I told you it's for my business trip. I've been staying here since yesterday. What? But this is in the city. Who stays at a hotel in the same city they live in? That's not normal. What kind of logic is that? There are plenty of times when a business trip within the city makes sense depending on the work. No way. It's still weird. You live here, so you should just go home, right? Well, here's the thing. My boss gave me a hotel voucher. Apparently, their plans changed and they couldn't use it. And this hotel happens to be close to where I was working for the trip. I figured I'd make use of it and stay here. Really? This is the first I've heard of it. Because you never listen. When I told you about my business trip, you brushed it off with your usual, yeah, have a good one. Still, the same hotel? What are the odds of that? It's too much of a coincidence. Right? It must be some kind of fateful coincidence. But more importantly, why are you here? Oh, well... Don't dodge the question. What are you doing here? And with a younger woman, no less. Well, it's just... I happen to be here. Happen to be here? Explain exactly what kind of happen to be here you mean. Depending on your answer, this won't end well for you. Hey, chill with that creepy tone when you talk to me. I swear, there's a perfectly good reason for this. Then tell me that reason. And just so you know, I'll know right away if you're lying. Well, to be honest, it was just a moment of weakness. A moment of weakness? You think that's going to cut it? Unbelievable. I already know this is a cheating trip, so stop lying and just admit it. Oh. Still trying to hide it? Or should I just ask Barbara about it? Huh? Ask Barbara? What are you talking about? She's sitting right next to me right now. You know, when I waved at you earlier, the person standing next to me, that was Barbara. Now that you mention it, I did see some weird woman talking to Barbara. Wait a second. So that woman, was it really you? How rude. I simply introduced myself politely as Mateo's wife. It's not like I barged in yelling or anything. Even so, She went pale and couldn't say a word back. Well, of course. That's terrifying. Your calm and collected demeanor in situations like that, it's totally unfair. So what's it going to be? Are you going to explain yourself, or should I have Barbara tell me everything? Fine, I'll talk. All right then, let's hear it. What exactly is the relationship between you and Barbara? Well, I first met Barbie right after I got laid off. It was just after I lost my job, and one of my former coworkers, trying to be considerate, set up a group date. Hold it right there. A group date? That already sounds ridiculous. Shouldn't finding a new job have been your top priority? Well, losing my job so suddenly really broke me, and my coworker said it would cheer me up, so... Cheer you up? You lost your job and our family's financial future was at stake, and your idea of coping was going to a group date for cheer? I can't even believe what I'm hearing. I was struggling too, okay? I felt completely helpless, and I just wanted to forget everything, even if just for a little while. And the result of that was an affair trip? The more you explain, the more ridiculous this gets. Yeah. Let's not forget, you getting laid off was your own fault, wasn't it? Instead of blaming others, maybe take a hard look at what you did wrong. For starters, didn't you make a series of unbelievable mistakes? Go ahead, say it out loud yourself. Well, yeah, I guess. Like when I showed up really late to a $2 million negotiation, made the client furious and completely blew the deal. And then there was the $4 million deal where I held it in too long and had an accident in the middle of the meeting, which ended that relationship entirely. That's not even all, is it? You also got caught watching inappropriate videos on your work computer by your boss, no less. Yeah, you are right. So under the guise of staff restructuring, you were really the only one let go, right? But honestly, isn't that just a fancy way of saying you got fired? You were so incompetent that you caused too much trouble for everyone around you. Calling it restructuring just makes it sound a little better. But come on, the whole bathroom incident, how was I supposed to prevent that? It's a natural bodily function. There was nothing I could do about it. Didn't that happen because you drank way too much the night before? If you'd taken better care of yourself, it wouldn't have come to that. Can't you at least let me enjoy a drink at night? It was my only source of relief. I was under a lot of stress at work. Do you realize that your only source of relief is what ruined your life and dragged your family down with you? And on top of that, going to a group date is completely out of line. Not to mention getting involved with a younger woman. Absolutely pathetic. The drink had a hand in that too. I just got carried away because I was drunk. That's all it was. Excuses. You're seriously worse than trash. And now, after keeping this relationship going, you went so far as to plan and actually take a trip together. Well... What? If you've got something to say, then spit it out. Not that it'll be anything other than another pathetic excuse. Seriously, what were you even thinking? Leaving Emma behind so you could go on a little overnight date? Do you have any sense of responsibility as a father? Emma is already 5 years old. I figured she'd be fine on her own for one night. Plus, I got her a toy to keep her happy. She wouldn't be fine. She's still just a little kid. What would you have done if something happened to her? You're an absolute failure as a father. Disgusting. Thankfully, my mom took care of Emma, so she's okay, but still. Wait, really? I didn't know you had her stay with your mom. I saw you last night. At that point, I didn't have solid proof, but just in case, I asked my mom to check in on Emma. I see. And as expected, you weren't home. Not only that, but you told Emma to keep quiet, didn't you? Something like, I'll buy you a toy later, so don't tell anyone that Daddy's gone today, right? I will. My mom kept pressing her, and Emma ended up telling her everything. Do you even realize how much stress you're putting on such a young child? I'm sorry. Did you really want to go on this trip with her so badly? And not even with your own money. You used my credit card. It was just a moment of weakness. I've been struggling to find a job, and the stress has been unbearable. Then, when you said you'd be gone on an overnight business trip, I thought it was my big chance. Big chance? Are you out of your mind? You absolute trash. Scum. Useless idiot. I know I messed up. Please forgive me. I'm completely disgusted with you. You really don't think about anything, do you? Not about your family, not about the consequences of your actions. What you did is so ridiculous that I can't even muster the energy to be angry about it anymore. I'm past being shocked. At this point, it's almost laughable. Huh? Did you really think you could charge a trip like this on my credit card and not get caught? How did you even think that would work? What do you mean? I mean, next month when I see the statement, it'll clearly show the charges from the hotel. Did you not think of that? Wait, really? I thought statements just show the amounts, not the details. Wow, you're a true idiot, aren't you? Even if it only showed the amount, don't you think I'd get suspicious if it's a big number? So I figured I could buy Emma a cheap toy and say it was an expensive one. That way I could cover it up. I had a few other ideas too, but I thought overthinking it would just make it more suspicious. Stop talking. You're so pathetic it's physically painful to hear. As a husband and a father, you're the worst. No, actually, as a person, you're a complete failure. Do you really have to go that far? Isn't that a bit too harsh? If anything, I'm being too kind. I wish I divorced you sooner. That's what I'm feeling deep down right now. What? Divorce? Where is this coming from all of a sudden? Because there's literally no reason for me to stay with you anymore. And rest assured, I'll be demanding full compensation for your affair. You've got to be kidding me. Are you serious? What part of this sounds like a joke to you? Do you honestly think I have any reason to stay married to someone like you? It was just one mistake. Isn't it cruel to abandon me over something that happened just once? With you, there's no way I can trust it was just once. If anything, you'd repeat it 100, 200 times without a second thought. I swear I'll never do it again. I've really learned my lesson this time. It doesn't matter. You're too unreliable and pathetic to be trusted. Amelia, please just calm down and think this through. No need to call me by name. It's pretty disgusting to hear someone like you call me that. How can you say that? That's way too mean. You've done enough to deserve this. And don't forget, you'll be paying for Emma's child support. That's your responsibility as a parent. Now I'm checking out and heading home. There's no point wasting any more of my time talking to you. Wait, what about my bill? Oh, don't worry. You're going to pay for all the mess you cheated, fair and square. Wait, what does that mean? I spoke to the front desk earlier. I told them to confirm and settle the bill directly with you. Wishing you the best with that. What? That's going to put me in a tough spot. Not my problem. It's only natural to take responsibility for your own actions. Your days of relying on me are over. Take care now. After that, my divorce from Mateo was finalized without any issues. Of course, I made sure to claim proper compensation. I demanded $30,000 from Barbara and an additional $80,000 for child support from Mateo. When he cried about not having the money, I just told him, well, then figure out how to get it. Apparently, Mateo ended up begging Barbara to cover the payment for him, but that caused their relationship to quickly fall apart. Barbara was fuming, shouting, "Why do I have to deal with this jerk's mess?" In the end, she kicked Mateo out. Cornered, Mateo had no choice but to start working manual day labor jobs. But with his inflated ego, he ended up being disliked and isolated at work. He eventually lost his place to live and now rents a rundown, shabby apartment. He's constantly being chased by the landlord for overdue rent. When he falls behind on payments, it's no surprise that the electricity and water get shut off, leaving him to endure summers without even a fan. Sometimes, I check his social media out of curiosity. He's been posting things like, "My life was ruined by my ex-wife, and I'm suffering from an unfair divorce." But it's obvious no one takes him seriously. As for me, with the support of my best friend Harper and my family, I've been living peacefully ever since. My daughter Emma is full of energy and smiles every day, which gives me the strength to keep going. For me, getting divorced marked the beginning of a brand new life.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.